of like what your background is and who you are, everybody kind of has this like, you know, affinity for Matthew McConaughey.
He's like nonpartisan kind of.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
right.
So I think we're seeing someone really meet the moment and be very impassioned about stating things that we're all feeling.
Yeah.
You know, so it's interesting to see people use their platforms in this way.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, and I'm glad that he stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, I agree. I can't stop thinking about green Converse this morning. That's all I keep thinking about, those images. Now, Al, I want to get your take on this. There's some critics who say Matthew is being hypocritical, calling for a gun reform on one hand, while also portraying characters in movies that use firearms and end up glorifying guns. Can you speak on that sort of, is that to you hypocritical?
Absolutely not. He's doing his job as an actor.
I know.
That is using whatever storyline that he's following, and sometimes those storylines involve guns. Sometimes they involve swords. Sometimes they involve hobbits. I don't think we need to bring that into this conversation, because what that conversation does, Tori, is it stamps upon what Erica was just saying, that we all, the three of us here, our viewers, Matthew McConaughey, for the most part, 98% of people are like, we're not saying get rid of them. It's impossible anyway. It's just saying let's put some rules around it. You have to be 25 to rent a car. Like, come on. So, I think I love to use the R word, responsible.
I agree.
Responsible. That's okay. Everybody's fine to be responsible. Car owner, responsible. Pet owner, responsible gun owner. So I like the words he's using. I like the language. I like the way he's communicating.
And I like that he brought up to gun owners. I think he was mostly speaking to those people who have guns that totally see this as a possibility. And he's saying, I loved in the beginning, he said, we're not that separated. We're not that divided. I thought it was a great speech. Let us know what you think. I also want to let you know that today, some Uvalde and Buffalo survivors will be testifying before Congress. One of them is named Mia Cerrillo. This is her father. We're not going to show Mia. She is the 11-year-old who had to smear blood on her body as she saw her two teachers get shot through the window. They were watching Lilo and Stitch. An 11-year-old 2 weeks ago smeared blood, pretended to be dead, is now testifying in front of Congress. She also has a GoFundMe out there because she is terrified of men. And when CNN had to interview her, she requested no man interview her, this 11-year-old, and she wanted not to be on camera. So they are having a GoFundMe for therapy, which is outside of Uvalde. She is in deep, deep trauma, and she is still testifying before Congress, which I just can't even imagine. What do you guys think about Mia? Isn't that hard to hear?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like, these are very much formative years, and these children, I
know.
I just wonder.
Not to have a man in there. It was so interesting to me.
I just wonder, like, it's not, obviously the kids in Uvalde, but all the other kids, because I remember what struck me, and this is so many school shootings ago, Erica, when, there was a shooting at Santa Fe, which people don't even talk about anymore. But at the Santa Fe visual, the Parkland kids, before Parkland had happened, was saying, is our school next? And it was.
And it was next, I know.
And so, like, these kids must be terrified.
Yeah.
Because it's likely to happen to somebody that you know in your universe or yourself. This isn't some weird thing. I remember I was like terrified of tornadoes when I was a little kid.
You had no reason to be.
Yeah, I was in Cleveland. It's not happening. But even though tornadoes do it all. But anyway, I think about how scared I was of that, and that was like kind of a frivolous, silly thing, that you're scared of when you're 10. I can't imagine with these kids being 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, being scared, and then it happens, and then your mom says, it's okay, it'll never happen again. And then it happens the night that she's telling you that. And then your dad says, don't worry about it in the morning. And then it happens that next morning.
Right.
These kids all must have PSD that psychologists have not even begun to explore yet. And I think we're going to see it when these kids turn 18, 20, 25, and all of us will be all boomers at that point, and we'll be, why are they acting like this? These kids are all acting out. It's because of this right here. So remember this 10 years from now.
But Al, I think about it in a couple different ways, because I remember being very young. I think I was in kindergarten when the first person that I knew got shot and killed in front of my aunt's house, and we were in the back of the house. So when I think about these situations and how kids are forced to deal with gun violence, very out of the blue violence, I think about kids who grow up like this, you know, like people who have survived, you know, gun violence in their communities, like how the mind tricks you or like makes you more aware of things, how like your response level is different. The idea of this little girl saying she doesn't want any men around, like there's definitely things that are in my mind I think of or I'm like more cautious of because of things that I've seen.
Right.
And I wasn't even, you know, in a situation where that was a lifelong thing. A lot of people, that's a lifelong thing. And now we've normalized this in America because at a certain point before, no one cared because it was coming from, you know, communities of color. It was coming from communities that were under-resourced. And now it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's
and
everywhere.
that shows you that we have to all be in this together because it affects all of us at some point.
I agree. I want to give you guys some stats to leave you with. 73% of mass shootings around the world over the last 20 years were in the United States. Between 1998 to 2019, the U.S. reported 816 deaths from mass shootings. France was second with 179. Finally, 99% of mass shooters are male, and 1/3 of mass shooters have military experience. It's important to know who the enemy is and who we're dealing with. Coming up on DBL, we are going to go ahead and take a 180 turn or a 90-degree turn, whichever one is a
180.
A 180, thank you.
A 90-degree would just be a okay.
All right, to our interview with the amazing Laura Dern. What was it like being back on set with all of her old Jurassic Park castmates? And I don't know if you heard, but reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion. How much time will they spend behind bars? That's next. Let's go.
Closed captioning provided by
June, DBL isn't holding back.
I've already spent my time and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy.
I like a little cheese on my potatoes. That's what's going on in my head.
That's what we need more of, conversations in this country like this show.
Thank you. DBL is all new every day.
The verdict, what do you think the sentence might be? You can bring up the fact that the wife is facing
Tori, we're going to
more
lean on you for the
charges.
verdict. What you think? I will at least.
Oh, the verdict's in. They're convicted.
I mean, how much time?
Oh, yeah.
On some level, you gotta fake this if you don't know who these people are.
I know.
Oh, no, we know they are.
Okay.
Didn't
We all know.
have you, Todd?
I don't know. I'm just making sure. I
Yeah.
don't want
Okay,
to
was
be
that
like, I don't know who they are and I don't care
I
about
felt
this
like-
kind of
That's how
stuff.
you know they're famous is because I don't watch the show and I know who they are.
I
very
felt
well.
like
Yeah, I've never seen the
in
show
my
either,
head,
but
she had
Yeah.
a second story. And I
That
was
when
like,
you
am I
go
wrong?
over
Okay,
now,
let me go.
like
That's
people have
perfect.
probably
Thank
never
you.
seen a
Okay.
professional women's
Thank you.
tennis match
And
full
then
all the way,
the
but they
next
know
point is
Serena
about
is.
the
That's when
shows.
you're famous.
There's a couple
You
different
know, when you
questions in there,
crossed
so
over.
you guys can have
And also,
further
this sort of came
conversation.
out because his alleged.
She's
Yeah, don't worry.
but she wants to bring that
I
up.
got the bubba here. So here's the deal. If you guys don't know Todd Chrisley, he was a realtor. I thought he was a preacher for some reason. Anyways, a realtor.
It does seem like it.
Doesn't he? And he was at this really outlandish personality, and he actually was going into fraud or bankruptcy at one point. But they did a reel, sizzle, and all the networks were like, "This guy's incredible. He's got such a weird, interesting personality." There was a bidding war. USA got it. They hit it big. They had this weird relationship with him and his wife, and the kids got famous. Now they're spin-offs, and it turns out he's a bit of a fraud. It's a big fraud, actually. It's felony. It's bad. It's real bad. It's gonna be about 20 years for each of them, and she might see more because she had obstruction of justice
Do
charges.
rich people do 20 years?
This one will. This one will.
When's the last rich person
Do you know
probably-
how many
besides
banks
Bernie
he
Madoff?
defrauded?
Bernie-
$30 million he stole. Do you know that's a lot of money?
Hold on, just keep, because we're talking about this next.
Okay, good call. Anyway, if you like the Chrisleys,
On a better
let
note.
me know. Are you
Yeah.
a fan of the Chrisleys? I wasn't.
I've seen the show.
Me too.
You know what? I watch it when I'm on an airplane. Oh, there's certain things I only.
Welcome back. Ooh, we got some stories. Todd and Julie Chrisley are self-made moguls of reality television. They pull around 2 million viewers on every episode of their show. It's half of what we pull in. Chrisley knows best. They are the most watched original series on USA Network right now. Now, in case you aren't familiar with their show, let's show you a little clippy.
We're determined to help Daddy get over his claustrophobia, so therefore we've come up with a plan to help him face his fears.
We're not going through the damn car wash.
It's so fun!
I don't give a I don't want to go through the car wash.
It's step 1 of immersion therapy. You'll be fine.
Oh my God, look at this, how dark it's getting.
There should be a P. No, not that.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
No, Daddy, stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Riveting. For the last 3 weeks, the couple has been in court battling bank fraud and tax evasion charges. And yesterday, a jury
Speaking of washing money.
Good one, Al. The jury found them guilty on all of their counts. Prosecutors say they swindled small banks out of nearly $30 million. Then they filed for bankruptcy to avoid paying more than $20 million in back taxes. The couple could face up to 30 years in prison. What you think of the verdict, the sentence? Were you Chrisley fans?
I want to go first just so I can throw it to Erica. Erica, what would you say about fame?
Fame or shame, it's all the same game.
I thought you would say that. Please continue.
No, people believe in this fake it till you make it mentality so much, but it's like you cannot make it off of fakery. Like, I think people see the perception of it because we see these snapshots and highlight reels on Instagram. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's always so weird to me when people are like faking things, because really what you're doing is bullying people who aren't on your level that you're showing. Because the people who are really at that level know you ain't got it. They know it's not real. And so when we're right, like there's certain things that don't come together. First of all, they had $20 million in fraudulent loans. That shows you privilege right there. That you were able to erase the first 20 that they filed for bankruptcy and erased, right?
Jeez Louise.
So you were able to do that and then get another 10 million. Friend of the show, Buffy Purcell, crawl before you ball. She said they did too much balling and not enough crawling. And let me tell you, because I've been very honest, I went through a bankruptcy almost a decade ago, and I could barely get a loan from the public library after that. Okay, I could barely check out a book. So the idea that they're getting another $10 million, that is some bona fide American privilege.
Erica, before I say what I'm going to say, you just unlocked a crazy memory for me, because one of my friends that's a very, 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 very successful entertainer, is wealthy beyond whatever, texted me one day, like a couple years ago, and goes, I just got turned out for a Macy's card. And he was like, it was good, because he was like, I wasn't a rich comic. Like any comic that you see that has good credit, they have rich parents. The poor ones, we all have terrible credit. So like, I get it. So there's no way that they could have done that. And I will say this though, going off what Erica's saying, fame, shame, I think this is going to be good for them. I think this will make their base rally behind them. And I think when they come out, they will have more credibility and more eyeballs on them. Did Lori Loughlin bounce back? I think she did. Did Martha Stewart bounce back after her felony?
Yes.
Yes, she did. And it was money too.
Yeah, they're looking at 30 years. Like if they served half of that, like the reality show game is going to be in a completely different stratosphere if it's even a thing in 15 years.
Right, really quick, I want to get to this. This is how they were found out. A former male business partner of Todd said the two were involved in an intimate relationship and was one of the people who came forward about the financial crimes.
Isn't he being indicted or serving time too?
I'm not sure, but I know the wife is facing more charges for obstruction of justice. So I don't know about but I know he is claiming an intimate relationship with the Chrisleys.
I'm saying it now. Neither one does more than a year and a half.
I think they're doing 10
I'm saying it now. I will walk off the show if they get more than 2 years.
A sandwich.
Yes, you're paying though.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Coming up on DBL, our interview with Laura Dern. What did she have to say about reuniting with her Jurassic Park co-stars 30 years later? BD Wong's in it too. Ooh. Again, I'm so excited.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post 9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
If our world's gonna survive, what matters is what we do now.
I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
Clever girl. Welcome back. Her role in Jurassic Park made her a hit movie star, and now she's back for the latest film of the franchise, Jurassic World Dominion. Check out our interview with the absolutely wonderful Laura Dern.
The Laura Dern, welcome to DBL. So now that you've had almost 30 years to make up your mind, the question everybody wants answered, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I might still have to say the Triceratops from the original Jurassic Park.
Yes. I know that wasn't real, but you touching his eye and the deal, it was so real. Great job on that.
It was emotional.
It really was, and amazing. All right, you delivered one of the most, or some of the most iconic lines from the original movie. One was, "We can discuss sexism in survival situations when I get back."
Yup.
We can discuss sexism in survival situations when I get back.
My favorite is,
"Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth."
so how does Jurassic World Dominion continue flipping the script on gender roles and sexism? Because it's kind of a feminist movie in a way.
Well, bless you for saying it. We wanted this female partner and equal in this action film, which was very rare at the time.
Yeah, 93.
And with the lines that I was privileged to get to say. And with Bryce Dallas Howard and now DeWanda Wise, it's a gorgeous thing to be in this film with really extraordinary, strong, badass women that feel like real equals in the storytelling.
So Laura, we talked on the show about the 20-year age gap between you and Sam Neill and what it would be like if it was actually reversed. What made you see that relationship differently?
I'll be honest, at the time that we made that movie, no one even thought about it.
Yeah, I know.
So what's amazing is we're having a conversation. Let's just put it this way. This junket, you guys are asking that question. When we made the first movie, no one asked me.
That's so interesting.
I was the perfect age for a, actor in his 40s.
So we have evolved.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yes, so we have evolved. And he's a very charming, dashing man, and I'm very lucky to be back with him, and such a beautiful actor. So I wouldn't want it any other way now that we're back together, but it is an interesting question about Hollywood.
Yes.
That's, well, I have to ask you because, like in the actual movie, a hurricane hit Hawaii while you were filming the original Jurassic Park. How did that affect the cast and crew? Because I've been through a couple and they're no fun.
They are no fun. And it was close, and it was terrifying, and it made us family forever. Steven and his wife Kate, when my son was born, came to the hospital. Like, we're family. Because you go through something like that. And then I returned, and we all moved in together because we were in a global pandemic.
Right.
Wow.
So we have experienced many things together, and this is a very deep family now with this new cast.
Steven came to the hospital to meet my children.
Spielberg,
too.
yeah,
Spielberg.
sure. Good old Steve.
Jeff Goldblum delivered my children.
I am Jeff
That is
Goldblum.
so sweet. Oh, I didn't mention, yeah, he also delivered my children also.
He's a doctor.
Wow, Laura, thank you so much for chatting with us. Be sure to watch Jurassic World
Yes.
Dominion premiering June 9th in theaters. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Great to see you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just one can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes, but relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is connecting the dots.
Welcome back to DBL. That's the name of our show. Summer is just around the corner, and many of us will be enjoying some fun in the sun, but it's important to protect yourself from the harmful UV rays. So here's a great way to enjoy life outside with Sunsetter. Along with applying sunscreen, wear protective clothing when possible, such as long sleeves, shirts, pants, hats, and sunglasses. Finding some shade is also a great way to keep you and your family protected. With affordable custom features without the custom price, Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. That's how old I am. Thank you. Call 1-800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last.
So we're looking at awning.
Oh,
Yes. Shout out to Sunsetter. Yeah, it gets really hot in our backyard.
It gets, and we live close by. It gets like direct sunlight, and you're like on the surface of the sun.
Yeah, we had this conversation because we broke out the porch, cleaned it up, and I was like, it's a little hot out here. Might need a little awning.
Nice, Sunsetter. Expect some calls. We'll see you
Bring
same
that
place,
dress.
Same place tomorrow, same time. Bye, guys.
Of course, no one wants a bad burn like this because that looks like it hurts. So it's always important to lather up. We're answering questions and clearing up some sunscreen misconceptions. Let's verify. Our sources for these questions: Dr. Alyssa Daniel, a dermatologist with Novant Health, and Dr. Melissa Pilliang, a dermatologist with the Cleveland Clinic. The first question: if you have darker skin, do you need to wear sunscreen?
Darker complexions are more protected against skin cancer. So the frequency of getting skin cancers in the brown and black community.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Matthew McConaughey makes an emotional White House speech for action on guns.
Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion. How much time will they spend behind bars? Plus, from flipping out, celebrity designer Jeff Lewis will be here live, and lifestyle expert Kim Douglas has all the essentials to get your skin summer ready.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. All right, so we are going to get to Matthew McConaughey and what he said yesterday at the White House in just a bit. But first, today on Capitol Hill, victims and family members from both Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York are testifying before Congress. One of the people testifying is 11-year-old Mia Cerrillo. And let me just tell you, hearing this little girl's story and what she went through, it's not easy, but we all need to hear it. Take a listen.
Shot my teacher and told my teacher goodnight and shot her in the head. Thought he was going to come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and put it all over me.
That's where we're at. I want people to see that. I wish we put even more gruesome stories out there and the reality of what it looks like after this massacre, wherever it is, happens. People need to see that because they turn a blind eye. All of a sudden their politics step in, or this steps in, or whatever it is, and they're like, they don't see the repercussions, the ripples, the effect of years, decades that it has. They don't see that. They look at their phones, they go back to their world, and they just spew out ignorant information. And people need to see more of that. As sad as it is, I'm not empathetic because I very much am on this show, but people need to see more. We need to put more of that out there so people realize what destruction that causes.
I couldn't agree more, and I'll give you just a little background. Right now, she is speaking to Congress 2 weeks after covering herself in blood. I don't know how you deal with trauma like that and then go on to testify in front of Congress. And I thought a story that really explained a lot, said CNN came to her house to interview her, and she said, I don't want to be on camera, which is reasonable, but she made a special mention, I don't want a man to interview me. I don't want a man.
That's the collateral damage. She's afraid of men now because the shooter was a man. Yeah, I just don't know. I can only pray that this will push the needle, right? That some senators who are not for common sense gun laws will hear her testimony and they'll have an aha moment. I pray. But Al, I want to get your take on Matthew McConaughey. As we mentioned, he was born in Uvalde, Texas, and he was at the White House yesterday, and he gave a very emotional speech calling for gun reform. If you missed it, watch.
Look, we heard from so many people, right? Families of the deceased, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, Texas Rangers, hunters, Border Patrol, and responsible gun owners who won't give up their Second Amendment right to bear arms. And you know what they all said? We want secure and safe schools, and we want gun laws that won't make it so easy for the bad guys to get these damn guns. We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. Can both sides rise above? Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Wow. As he mentioned, Matthew and his wife spent last week visiting with the families of victims in Texas, and he got emotional at one point talking about his experience.
Maite wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
That could be any one of our children. Al, do you think his emotional speech, seeing those Converse, will change people's minds?
I don't know if changing somebody's mind is something we can go after, Sam. I think the people that are anti-guns, anti-school shootings, I think we've made our bones. We've let people know we're not into that. And I think that in terms of the numbers of people, for the first time, it's weird. It should be something we're excited about. We're seeing percentages like 85%, 90% of people want to change this. And Sam, what I've been saying for a long time, and it doesn't stick with the audience because it's such a weird word, but we are under a minoritarian rule. That means a few people, 9 super elderly people in the Supreme Court, couple super elderly senators that will never have to send their kids to a public school. They're making decisions for all of us. They'll throw a couple distractors out there about, well, something about Chicago and something, more guns kill, whatever. And they're just waiting, just like the Uvalde police is waiting for the news cameras to roll out of there so they can start to harass and attack the citizens and intimidate them into not speaking. So what we need to do is either make a decision that we're done crying, we're done hitting desks, we're done doing anything but voting these people out that are not going to change their mind, because these senators will not move because they're scared that they're going to be voted out, and quite frankly, they probably will be, because when it's time to vote, those guns is ingrained in a lot of people's DNA. So the fact that you're talking about ending that or like touching that in any way, it's a no-go zone. I don't care if there's 250 kids. So we need to get rid of those senators, or we're going to be looking at this for a long time. Those are the only options. We don't have any more options anymore. We're out of options. We just have now Converse with blood on them.
Listen, I know we want to get to this next week, but I'm proud of Matthew McConaughey, proud of his wife Camilla for speaking out. You talk about those people. I'm telling you, there's going to be a story about Matthew McConaughey that's going to come out in the next week, because with that speech, the charisma he showed in that speech, the leadership he showed in that speech, the compassion he showed in that speech, bringing both parties together, not having one side of political pressure, just talking common sense, not putting anybody down, and inspiring people. That's what I felt when I saw that. But now here's my thing. What did Al just say? Here's a distraction. Some story's going to come out. Matthew McConaughey on set 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and then that's going to stifle him from the power that he's starting to get with
You're
his
right.
political.
You're absolutely right. It's already happened. People are calling him a hypocrite. People are bringing up some of the characters that he played in movies that glorified guns. What would you say to that?
I'd say they're insane.
Yeah.
If that's what conversation you want to have with me, what he just said, and his character, which is not real life, he's an actor. People are confused about reality and celebrity, very much so. We don't even talk about that problem. It's a huge problem. And they want to say his character was carrying a fake gun, therefore he's a hypocrite. That's the battle, that's how much you want to die on this hill, instead of just seeing the middle ground and say, listen, we both could compromise. I don't know one person, I've talked to many people, like just in my circle, that have guns. My father has a gun. A lot of people have guns. I'm going to get myself a gun.
We are gun owners.
Everyone is like, man, I would do whatever. I don't need, what do you need an AK-47 for?
Right.
What do you need a machine gun for? Don't tell me to get rid of raccoons. Those are the same people saying Matthew McConaughey has a gun in True Detectives. You're a moron.
Yes.
And I don't want you, I don't know.
Didn't Ronald Reagan play a cowboy?
Yeah.
So what, he can't be president? Stop.
Right. No. Well said, Jeff. Well said. Coming up on DBL, we are changing gears to reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. So they have been found guilty of tax evasion. Is their show going to continue filming? Plus, you know him from Flipping Out. Celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
Yes.
And a family is suing the tech giant Meta. How they say Instagram contributed to their daughter's eating disorder.
Closed captioning provided by...
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get. If we're going to be real, let's be real.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day. To Jeff's point, it's so refreshing, despite the horrific subject matter why he was there, but it's so refreshing to see someone sincerely passionate as a father and a citizen beg for both sides to come together to have a solution. That's what we need. I hope we see Matthew McConaughey go into politics. And I'm not one to tout like an actor going to...
Well, he tested those waters, and it didn't seem like he wanted to jump in because he got the reaction and things already started coming out.
Maybe this will make him jump in because he wants to create change.
Well, here, I want to ask Tori this question. It's because I've never seen a politician on any level give a speech like that and then get emotional after that. Like the president's like, thoughts and prayers. Okay, see you later, governors of thoughts and prayers. Don't they care passionately, or they're not allowed to have those emotions because of they're being held down?
Well, both of those are true. Now, remember Obama cried when he started singing Amazing Grace after, I think it was the Dylan Roof. What's that?
The Parkland No, I think he's saying that after the Emmanuel Church.
Yeah,
right?
the church.
He cried after Sandy Hook.
Yep. He sang Amazing Grace.
He gave a speech sort of somewhere.
Yeah, but he gave.
Well, he's very charismatic. Obama, he gives great speeches. In the recent future, have you seen anybody show any emotion for the over 1,000 shootings we had in the last 2 years? No. Mass shootings, we've had at least close to 1,000. Have you seen any emotion from anybody?
And how did he achieve that? And that's the one thing I want to talk about was like the image of the green Converse. That will stick with people so much. The idea of like the trench coat of Columbine, I was saying, the Jackie O coat when JFK died and she's standing in that plane. He knew the idea of an actor was to tell a story. And the story of that girl's bloody, what we picture, the Converse with that heart on it, could nothing be but a dead girl's shoes. That was a brilliant move on his part. Brilliant.
That's so awful. All right, sorry, we're still emotional over here.
I'm glad, Sam. That means you're alive inside.
Right?
That's fine. I don't even know why you're hiding. Yeah, it's okay to be emotional.
And I know a lot of our viewers are echoing our sentiments, but we will get through this together. Okay, so welcome back. All right, so a family, and this is an important story too, a family is facing, or a family is suing rather, Facebook and Instagram's parent company, Meta. They claim their daughter started using Instagram at age 11, and it resulted in an eating disorder. Now, self-harm and thoughts of suicide over several years have definitely been contributed because of Meta and Facebook, according to a number of papers that leaked last fall. And those papers showed the tech giant knew that Instagram was worsening body image and other mental health issues in teenage girls. Here's some of what that girl's mom told NBC News.
She was being pushed content about body image and self-harm and being directed to speak to adults who would then guide her to further feed the addiction and just encourage this bad habit. And we are trying to protect our daughters, but the multi-billion-dollar company was working against us.
Now, a spokesperson for Instagram declined to comment on the lawsuit, saying that they do not comment on active litigation. Tori, what do you think of this case, and do you think that they are liable, especially because of that paper that came out last year?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, did they advertise to children? Did they guide the child? And what she's clearly saying in words, she used the word intent. They guided her. They encouraged her. If we find that Meta advertised specifically to youth about anorexia, and that's what she's claiming, they certainly have a problem on their hands. Vape manufacturers got in trouble because they advertised those flavors to children, the bubble gums, right? That's how they got. Gun manufacturers, it's not about the guns, it's advertising to the young people that get them in trouble. So if she can use that as precedent, that is absolutely a fair way to say, now, you have to really show that they pushed this, that they guided her, that they encouraged her, and she didn't just use Facebook.
But aren't the algorithms enough? Like,
that's what
can't you just look at the algorithm? If she searched the hashtag, I'm not even gonna say that hashtag, because there's a specific hashtag that teens will get sucked into that lead them down that anorexia rabbit hole. If she found that hashtag accidentally, guess what? And did two posts or 2 clicks, all of a sudden that algorithm is going to push it.
But she chooses to be on Facebook. So
it doesn't matter. We know how addictive
we
it
do,
can
but
be.
that's not against the law to go on Facebook. I mean, Facebook has some rights in this. They have a free enterprise, and you get to go on there.
They shouldn't have that hashtag. I'm sorry. I know it's a slippery slope. Facebook, Meta, Instagram, they need to be a lot more strict with those hashtags that literally.
So you want regulation for all
I do. I'm over social media. They need regulation on social media. Sorry, I know that's a slippery slope.
I guess my question is, like, how do you regulate a hashtag? And how do you regulate an algorithm? Because quite frankly, I just built a studio at my house, and I used that algorithm. Like, I looked up a microphone. It's like, well, do you need a microphone flag? Do you need a microphone? And it was very helpful for me. So then all the positive things, barbecuing, if you looked up some tongs, you'll find you'll find things. So it's like, how do you legislate against algorithms that we think are going to be negative?
If they're brilliant enough to create Meta and other tech-savvy updates that we get every single day on our phone, they can take that one hashtag that they see is detrimental, or hashtags about gun violence, or hashtags about AR-15s, and they can figure it out. I'm sick and tired of people thinking it's too complicated. No offense on you, you're the smartest person here in this room, I feel. But I definitely think that they need to do something more. I'm sick of it.
I agree.
Some people say, though,
how you would do that.
some people say you're being infringed upon on that way. I agree with you, Sam, but I think there's a fight there. It's hard, because how do you choose which hashtags?
You look at the hashtags with the most damage.
But how do you know what damage is? It's that subjective. Someone might want to learn about AR-15s. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying at some point there should be allowed to do both.
Yeah, well. Whew, coming up on DBL.
Happy Wednesday.
I know. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Although I do love our guest coming up. Thank God we got some. There he is, celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
What are you yelling at him?
Because I love him. I'm not yelling at you, Jeff. I'm not. He's yelling at me. He's going to tell us all about his new home renovation show that is coming up next.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post-9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. We watched him flip out on his hit Bravo series for over 10 years, but now he's back with an all-new home renovation show. Put your hands together for celebrity designer Jeff Lewis. Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Thank you. Hi. My new show is much calmer and more zen than your show. Wow. You guys are all fired up today. I have anxiety.
I bet you do. It's okay. We have plenty of anti-anxiety medication here in the building. We sure do. We'll message you some.
We are more anti-anxiety medication than show.
Definitely.
So, Jeff, I'm also Jeff as well, and we saw you literally, speaking of flipping out, flip out on your show, which I always flip. I think it's a Jeff thing. So how would you describe yourself now? You seem very calm.
I have my moments, but I'm definitely, I'm a more mature man now and a little bit more evolved. And a lot of things have happened in my life, my personal life. I had a baby. I kind of restructured my business because I realized it was so completely crazy and stressful and it was affecting my health. And so I think you're going to find it's a very different, I think this show, they're calling it more of a sequel than a reboot.
Oh, good.
Become the second half of my life.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of sequels, I mean, if that's the case, because I've watched every single episode with my husband of Flipping Out. So I got to know, if you're doing this sequel, not reboot, have you, where do your relationships stand with you and Jenny? What about Zoila? Are we going to see them reappear in this new series?
Look, I mean, you said that you've watched every episode of Flipping Out. I've had a lot of friendships and relationships in my life. And, some of these relationships I learn from, I repair, and then some are beyond repair. I mean, I will tell you that Zoila retired, and then she came out of retirement to help me a few days a week with Monroe. So Monroe is still very much in my life. You'll see a few people that are still work with me that you might recognize from Flipping Out. And then there's a lot of people that are no longer in my life. So you've got to understand too, as a part of restructuring my business and making it more efficient and more profitable, there were people that worked for me that had also other aspirations and other motivations. And I really need people around me that kind of are along this same, that still want the same goals and dreams that I want, which is, you want to be a designer? Do you want to be in construction? Do you want to be in real estate? Okay, this job is for you. But, after being on TV for 11 years, a lot of people came to me under the guise of wanting me to mentor them in the design business, but really they just wanted to be on TV. And I had to, and I found that out, unfortunately, many, many, many times, that people were there for the wrong reason.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. I can understand that.
Well, let's get to your new show, Hollywood House Lift. Now, what was the most lavish, expensive renovation that you undertook?
I think, and it kind of kept growing. So what happened was, some of the celebrities, we would agree, we would put together the scope of work, and a lot of them liked what we were doing, and then they would add to the project. So now I want to do this, or now I want to do this. I want to continue the landscaping in the backyard. So I think probably at this point, Anthony Anderson's job is the largest because I'm still working for him. So once we finished phase 1, we went to phase 2, phase 3, now we're talking about phase 4. It's a big property. It's a lot of landscape, hardscape. We're looking at putting in a pool, a guest house. So that is still going on even after the show.
Wow. I just know that I need to look at my home in phases. I didn't know. That's when you made it.
Or you hire Jeff Lewis.
Yeah, that's right.
If he's available. Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to break it up in phases, especially, if you're writing these large checks. Sometimes you want to see something done, right? So if you're spending all this money, before you get them to commit to spending more and more money, you kind of want to finish completely phase one. See, look what we did. Look where your money's going. You're happy. You love what I did. Now let's talk about phase two.
Smart.
I love it.
You guys have to watch Jeff's new
upselling.
show.
It's upselling.
Upselling. You got to watch Hollywood House Lift with Jeff Lewis, which is streaming June 10th on Amazon Freevee. Thanks so much for chatting with us, Jeff. We hope that we can have you back on. We'll be right back. Thanks, Jeff.
I like that look too. I'm gonna rock a vest.
I know. Doesn't it look good?
Yeah,
he looks
owns a casino.
He looks good.
The casino.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just one can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes. But relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is Connecting the Dots.
The budget.
Wow. Thanks, Corey.
I'm glad the audience heard her nerdiness.
Yeah.
Real
She's really like this off camera too. My favorite president.
I'm
She's
so
talking about
sorry.
the budget during
Nerd
commercial
alert.
breaks.
You got comments.
I do. I apologize to everyone. Julia Gray, I love this, said the wonderful thing about this show is that the panel disagrees and are passionate about it so that both sides can be presented. It is not a one-sided show. I appreciate that. And Carolyn wants to say thanks, Sam, for showing your vulnerability on national TV. We love you even more.
Oh, well, I don't think I could prevent it if I tried. I cry at everything, but we all, I think everybody can relate that these are really difficult stories to cover.
I got a comment too. Al, you look fantastic and I love you.
Oh, thank you. Jeff Jeff looks fantastic and happy birthday.
Thanks. Those are great comments.
Right. Wow. If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online on YouTube on dailyblastlive.com or our app. And if you do get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Todd and Julie Chrisley have been convicted of fraud. What could this mean for the reality show as they face some major jail time? Plus, getting your skin summer ready with lifestyle expert Kim Douglas, the essentials you need to stock up on.
It's my girl.
Of course, no one wants a bad burn like this because that looks like it hurts. So it's always important to lather up. We're answering questions and clearing up some sunscreen misconceptions. Let's verify. Our sources for these questions, Dr. Alyssa Daniel, a dermatologist with Novant Health, and Dr. Melissa Pilliang, a dermatologist with the Cleveland Clinic. The first question, if you have darker skin, do you need to wear sunscreen?
Darker complexions are more protected against skin cancer. So the frequency of getting skin cancers in the brown and black community is going to be far smaller than people who have fair skin.
Dr. Daniel says, though skin cancer is less prevalent in people with more melanin, the sun can still cause aging and damage.
Even brown or black skin can get more aggressive sun damage the more that they're exposed. So I typically just say for everyone, for that simple fact, it is useful and helpful to, maintain that aspect of skincare.
So we can verify that yes, if you have darker skin, you should still wear sunscreen. The second question, can a bad childhood sunburn increase the risk for melanoma? Dr. Pilliang says one childhood sunburn can actually increase the risk for skin cancer.
Studies have shown that most of our sun exposure happens in childhood. We're outside running around playing, we're playing sports, we're outside a lot, and that's when we get a lot of our sun exposure. So it's really important to think about sunscreen and sun protection at a very young age.
So we can verify that yes, a bad childhood sunburn can actually increase your risk for melanoma. With your Verify, I'm Megan Brown.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. So Todd and Julie Chrisley, the self-made moguls of reality television, pulling in around 2 million viewers on every episode of their show Chrisley Knows Best. Side note, they are the most watched original series on USA Network right now. But in case you aren't familiar with their show, here's a clip and then we'll tell you why they're in the
We're
news.
determined to help Daddy get over his claustrophobia, so therefore we've come up with a plan to help him face his fears.
We're not going through the damn car wash.
It's so fun.
I don't give a I don't want to go through the car wash.
It's step 1 of immersion therapy. You'll be fine.
Oh my God, look at this, how dark it's getting.
There should be a pee. No, not that.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
No, Daddy, stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Stop this clip.
So here's the thing. For the last 3 weeks, the couple has been in court battling bank fraud and tax evasion charges. And yesterday, a jury found them guilty on all counts. Prosecutors say they swindled smaller banks out of nearly $30 million and then filed for bankruptcy to avoid paying more than $20 million in back taxes. The couple could face up to 30 years in prison. Wow. Tori, you're shaking your head.
These people are terrible, terrible people. I mean, they defrauded many, sorry, I know I say terrible funny, but they defrauded many, many banks, kept getting the money, and then tried to file for bankruptcy all while pitching a show. You know, every network was like, yeah, we want you. You're so charismatic. That's because you're a con man. That's all you are, is a con man. So she even has more charges. She is obstruction of justice. I'm telling you guys, this is serious money. I'm thinking serious jail time. I'm saying like 5 years plus. I really believe this is bad. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to see jail time. We talked about this earlier already.
With you. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think they will.
Too many banks, too many times, too much money.
But my wife loves this show. Sorry,
a lot of people
she's going to get hate mail now.
No, a lot of people do.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves these kids. I, just watch it once in a while, just because I sit with her and watch the same thing. They're funny. They got like a little thing. But America loves these people. So to go down with a scandal, and I might say, with all the cancel culture going on, like if you said something 20 years ago, you don't get this show. Their kids are still in, process and talks of getting their own shows.
They're getting spin-offs.
So, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't think it's weird at all, Jeff.
You think they'll get canceled?
No. This is about money. They have 2 million people that will look at whatever they will do. If you have people that are looking at what you do, advertisers will line up. There will be no problems with this. When you have money,
the government will have a problem with it.
Teresa Giudice never got canceled. She went to jail. She came back. She
how's
had a
Martha
book
Stewart
deal.
doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How's Lori Loughlin doing? Did she come out of jail?
It's not $30 million of fraud and bankruptcy. This is different, guys.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, and I'm not. The thing Sam said that really hit me about this whole thing is like she said it was smaller banks, and I've lived in, I lived in Jackson, Mississippi. I lived in Providence, Rhode Island. Those small towns, those small banks, like those people are like. They're small town folks. They hey Jeff, where are you? They know you. So to do that it's worse than if it's Chase or Wells Fargo.
And this happened before their fame.
Personal
this is a pattern of behavior of his. I don't know too much about her, but this is before when he was a real estate investor. So he's been doing this for a long time and getting away with it, pitching his show or his idea before it became a show to networks that he lives this very lavish lifestyle. He's very successful. Shame on him. I wonder if the networks, if it does get canceled, could then sue him because he presented himself as a fraud to them.
Sam, all you're doing is giving their comeback story. This
I don't want to give them their comeback story. I don't.
Office about the comeback story.
Apparently an intimate relationship with another man, which he has denied being gay at all. They said he had a long, intimate relationship for years. He's the one who turned him in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, many layers.
Yes.
Okay, so an Australian woman, this is an absolutely crazy story. An Australian woman who was in a coma for 5 months is revealing what it's like finally waking up, and she's posting her videos to TikTok.
Coma brain is a thing. I had post-traumatic amnesia for about 3 months after I woke up from my coma. I've got things like my passcode, my address, just simple things like that. But it all went away.
So this is what everyone's actually talking about, though, her fiance, because this is what happened. She revealed in a recent interview that her fiance of 5 months ghosted her, abandoned her while she was in a coma. After waking up, she discovered that he had blocked her on social media, left her for another woman. The two were together for 4 years, planned on getting married. Now, the woman fell headfirst off a retaining wall in Canada in 2020, and she was given a 10% chance of survival.
How long was she in that coma? Just
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
5 months. You don't wait 5 months.
And Sam, you've got a lot of tread in this area because obviously, rest in power to Eric.
Thank
you
you.
dealt with this. I know he was a super strong guy. My thoughts with this was, what advice would you give to somebody that you loved, that was loving somebody, about to marry somebody that was in a coma? Because yes, she woke up, and that's awesome, and we're all happy. But this is 5 months. Could this have been 15 months? Could this have been 15 years? Like, when do you walk away, or do you just stay by their bedside forever?
You stay by their bedside if you really, truly care about them and love them. You're about to give your vows in sickness and in health. You better, if you put a ring on someone's finger and propose to her, knowing that a handful of months later, you're going to say those very powerful vows in sickness and in health, and then you bail on her within 5 months. 5 months goes by like that. A pregnancy is 9 months, and it goes by like that.
Right.
I can't imagine, God rest his soul, if Eric woke up and people abandoned him. When he woke up, I was by his bedside, because back then you could only have one person at a time, and it was my turn. My sister was there as much as she could be. It was my turn. I had flown in, and I was by his bedside. I can't imagine if he woke up and no one was there. And then he found out that his love abandoned him. Like, what an awful human being this man is. I'm sorry. Wait till she wakes up. Try things. If she's not going to wake up, then
how do we know when she's?
You have doctors that will tell you if you're brain dead or not. We all know that happened with Bobby Brown. Remember the whole Bobby Christina situation?
Right, absolutely.
And that you know right away. Like, is there a chance that this person's gonna be in a coma forever? Yeah, technically, but they're brain dead. They're never gonna wake up. So it's up to that guardian to pull the plug. And I hate even using that word, but sorry, I'm going on a.
No, this is personal to you.
It's awful.
It's tough.
It's awful.
It's tough. But, you know, because if somebody did want to have kids, you know, something, and they were young and in love, and their person's in a coma, like, so do you give that dream? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, this is close to home, so I don't want to, like, push too hard the other direction. But if you're going to the hospital every day for 2 months, 3 months, and the doctor's like, listen, there's less than a 10% chance. You need to move on with your life. I understand what's happening here. What if that's the kind of advice that the doctors gave him? 10% isn't much.
No,
but we don't know the whole thing.
No, I know.
Right? And it's like, listen, you need to move on with your life. That's a long time.
I don't
what
think
is
you
the
can
number?
Move on.
Is
Trust me.
2 years okay to move on?
Well, I think when you're in it and you're seeing your loved one lying there every day, trust me, I don't think you don't think anything about you. All you want to do is for them to wake up. Eric had 0% chance of survival. When you're in it, all you do is be present. All you do is wait.
Time doesn't even seem to
palliative care can be involved.
But Eric has a family, a wife. I think this is a totally different story, but I understand how it hits close to home.
I think for me, I guess 5 months to me, and my mom got sick right after they got married, and my dad stayed the whole time. 5 months seemed incredibly too quick to me.
Too quick
Way
to already
too
have
quick.
to
even for a
block her on
coma. Like, give it a
social media?
year so you see, and at some point maybe you do question and talk to a therapist and figure that out. But 5 months after a head injury is nothing.
Well, listen, I wouldn't do it. Everyone's like, you scumbag.
No, I think it's important to talk it through, but yeah, in time. Okay, if you won the lottery, who would you tell? Would any of you here tell anybody? Or who wouldn't you tell?
I think you guys would know. My behavior at the desk would be different. Wearing a V-neck T-shirt up here.
So what's up? What's the next story?
What are you saying, Jeff? Go on.
According to a new survey, 83% of you would not tell your own family if you won the jackpot. And while that might sound crazy, previous winners seem to be in agreement. So take a look at some posts from past winners. Anonymous from Colorado says, I had family members whom I hadn't talked to in months or years reaching out asking for money. I became the inconsiderate money hoarding cousin. Or this one from Florida, the money became a bargaining tool within our marriage. It divided us. And this one from Cali, my dad won a good amount of money and eventually I started seeing less and less of him. Sometimes I think the money was just a catalyst to whatever behavior he already had. What would you guys do? Tori, let's go around the horn. Would you tell people?
I can't keep a secret to save my life. I 1000% would tell, but I do understand the meaning of trying to keep a secret. Remember, a guy came in a Scream mask because he didn't want anyone to know. Get this, Sam, 70% of lottery winners end up going broke, and a third of lottery winners declare bankruptcy. So there's evidence to prove you might want to keep it close to the chest.
Because you didn't earn that money.
Vest.
Right. Vest or chest?
Vest.
Oh, it is vest?
Yeah.
I thought it was chest.
too.
So it's vest. Okay.
I'm going to go opposite of Tori.
Right.
But,
what would you do?
I wouldn't tell. I definitely, if Tori gets a free burrito, the whole studio knows. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where would that line
I would
be?
not.
I'm curious.
So
Would
it'd be with
immediate family?
super tight family members, right? Not all my family, for sure.
Like mom and dad?
Even of course.
So you would tell immediate family?
Immediate family and great friends that helped me along the way because I'd want to repay that favor because a lot of people help me. You know, you don't get where you're at without some help.
People are going to tell them. People are going to be like,
but it's okay if they got, but I wouldn't.
Like, do you know Jeff Schroeder?
I wouldn't make it like everybody because I already know people who would start calling.
Yeah.
You know
Would you say you won the lottery or you came into some money? I feel like lottery people just think you're like mega rich and you have money to give. Maybe I would just tell immediate family I came into some.
That sounds so sketchy.
So you would tell? You tell? You let it go?
I'm the same as you. I would tell my immediate family.
Sam, stop it. You are the most honest person I've ever met. You would say it before we started the show. You're like, I have to tell you guys.
No.
And it wouldn't be bragging. Like you do not hold. You don't lie ever. If somebody asked you, you would say no.
I would absolutely say no.
You looked away, like our body language.
I wouldn't bring it up.
You can't lie. Sam cannot lie.
I cannot lie, but I would not bring it up. Can I not bring it up?
When you come into millions of dollars, it's going to come up, Sam. Like, I don't know if you know, everybody out here, we're out here swimming.
I don't want people knocking on my door or robbing us. No, I would not say anything.
It's going to be worse than people are going to send their kids and be like, hey, you know, I really want to go to this camp this summer. You know, your niece can't go. Like, they're going to send, that's why they send kids. They, like, get people to give them money. You're going to have aunts and uncles being like, hey, your nephew, he sure needs a car. He's 16. It'd be nice. We can't do it.
What would you do?
I don't know. I think you can just call Verizon, change that number.
Oh, wow.
Give me a reason to shut down my socials, like, please. I would be
off the grid.
off in the wilderness like I was training in Rocky IV. Like, y'all never see me again.
Sam would be like that scene from Goodfellas when he's like, return that car. I told you don't get that car. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Exactly.
You're going to get everybody pinched.
Coming up on DBL, we love her lifestyle and beauty expert, Kim Dern.
Yes,
Here she is. She joins us live with all the essentials you need for your skin this summer.
Closed captioning provided by.
This June, DBL is holding nothing back.
We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're gonna get. If we're gonna be real, let's be real.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day.
Take it off. Bring it back. It's the best.
Because he says, don't spend the money.
Yeah, he's like, and then everyone
And
comes
everyone
in and
goes
he's
crazy.
like, what? It's in my wife's name.
Did you hear that?
The fur coat broke it.
Yeah.
Like the fur coat.
Because it was after the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that, a fur? Are we on?
I also like the line in Goodfellas.
Are we on? Oh, we're talking about Goodfellas, the scene where they rob the airport money, and then he's like, nobody buy anything, and then they have the party, and everybody bought something.
Like a car, a coat.
I bought a car. It's in my wife's name. Bring it back. And then the fur coat.
Get out of here. Take it back. You know the line where he goes, I got my brother stirring spaghetti sauce and watching helicopters all day long.
Yeah, that wasn't the best line.
That was one of the best lines.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. And the accent was weird,
It was
too.
a weird ending to that movie, you know, but it's...
Go right into it.
I
He's
don't know.
looking at the helicopters and
Yeah,
stuff?
well, I mean...
Because that's what happened.
Yeah, he lost his mind and he got paranoid because of the... It was interesting that the
of the
whole
drug.
through line of,
Right.
like, you know, don't do drugs, and he did, and it, like... That
I love
was
how he
it.
shot it like the camera work was like he was on cocaine.
Looking out the window to
We studied
helicopters.
Scorsese in my movie class, and each year a famous film professor at Michigan does one director, and I got Martin Scorsese. I was like so excited, and we had to see all of them, Color of Money, like all the way back, and we got to learn about the shots, the horizontal shots, the vertical shots, and that movie is near perfect. It is near perfect.
It's all specific and
It's Goodfellas. It makes you feel like when they go through the back door and you walk through, you feel like you are giving tips
when
to
they
guys.
bring the table
and the table
for him
comes
and you're
over,
following the guy.
flutters.
That's such a cool scene in just a one shot.
How about when they're introducing all the characters and like, this is Johnny two times.
Yes.
Like, the papers.
You're honored. How you doing? How you doing?
Seriously?
That's really cool. It's one shot.
Or like Karen with the gun right here in the camera's lens.
How about Ray Liotta when he's like on the stand?
They're still talking. She's our favorite, your favorite, and Hollywood's favorite beauty expert. Kim Douglas is here to talk all about summer essentials.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys.
Hi, Kim.
I love you so much. You know, I'm obsessed with the four of you. Tori, I would say you don't call, you don't write, you don't speak, but we just talked a couple days ago.
We did.
You know, Al, I'm obsessed with you. Jeff, I follow you and Sam, and you're both families. I think you're all amazing. And there's kind of a stalking issue, but it's all good.
It's not an issue if we want to be stalked.
I like all your photos, Kim, because you shamed me last time because I don't get on social media a lot. And when I do, like Kim Douglas.
You should like it. Kim, every time you're here, we get so many questions from our viewers.
We do.
Today we're going to have you answer some of those questions. All right, so we first have Amber, Kim. She writes in and says, hey, I'm someone who is not that comfortable showing a ton of skin, but summer's coming up and wearing a turtleneck, she's apparently from New York, Kim, gets hot and itchy. I don't know how to switch it up. So what do you do in that case?
Completely changed her question.
Yeah, and put a weird accent on it.
I'm sorry. Amber, my apologies. Continue.
All right, great question, Tori. So let me tell you, you know, you guys and myself, we're all about body positivity, right? all shapes, all sizes. We love our bodies and we live in them and we're grateful for them. However, you know, I also think that there is an issue with if you're not feeling quite as confident about a certain area of your body, there's no reason that you shouldn't try to find some solutions. So the neck really is a real issue for many women. And you know what we all have, you guys, forgive me, I have to take this call. No, just kidding. But we all have this tech neck, right? We're like down here, we're always on our phone, and you get those bands. So in order to get rid of those, here is one of my biggest tips. I tried everything, and you know, short of literally getting a neck lift, I was trying everything. And this is one of my favorite products. It's by a company called Woman-S that you know I love. It's by women for women. And look at this, you guys. What it is it's called, and Jeff and Al, this is directed right to you too. Let's Neck. And what it is, sorry, I hope I don't get canceled for that. But anyway, you put this on, you guys, and you roll it up. Tori and Sam,
Yeah, I do need that.
what you do is it has a little silver applicator, and this helps with lymphatic drainage. So you want to push up. Also, I do it like this, you guys, just as a secret. I want to have Angelina Jolie jawline and then move it all down. Anyway, it's great. It tightens, it firms, it's affordable, under 25 bucks at Ulta. I love it, and you will too. And I hope those
all my pictures, I do this, and all my pictures, because I definitely have that saggy neck. No, I do. So if I use that, I don't have to do this anymore.
But now you're talking weird. So we got to get to this because this next question is from Kathy. She goes by Grandma Kathy. She says, Kim, I'm a new grandmother. I'm taking my grandson to the beach. What is the appropriate look when you're talking about bathing suits? Because I feel like there's granny swag. You don't have to look like 100% granny. You could be like a hot granny. What's up?
Exactly. You know what, Elle? I have seen some of your pictures on Instagram in your bathing suit, and they are pretty darn hot. I mean,
I do.
I don't know if I've seen. But let me tell you, this is the honest to God truth. There is a huge campaign right now called Coastal Grandma. Have any of you guys seen that yet?
Yes, that Diane Keaton, Nancy Myers look, like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Diane Keaton wears gloves and stuff.
No, when she's in a Nancy Myers movie.
Oh, got it.
She wears gloves. That's so funny. Yeah, that's all very cool and in, even for 20-year-olds like you guys. So anyway, the thing is that, you know, again, we want to talk about body positivity, but cellulite is a real issue. And while we all have it and we should embrace it, sometimes if you're wearing a bathing suit, you're with your grandson, for our coastal grandmother that wrote in, you know, you may not feel as comfortable. So there's a couple of things. I have a great DIY. You get coffee grinds from your morning coffee. I have my coffee right here. And then you go in the shower and you rub it on your hips and your thighs and your buttocks, and it helps to stimulate blood flow, but it gets a little messy in the shower. So I did some research and I found out this great thing called Leg Tone, and it's by Adonia, and all the Dancing with the Stars people wear it. It's all natural. It's got 12 natural oils in it. And you know me, you guys, you all four know what I've been through. So I don't like any chemicals. And this helps reduce the appearance of cellulite in 9 minutes. And it's all natural.
So quickly, Kim, before we go, because summertime's coming up, we got to talk about bug bites. Teresa says, I've been getting a ton of bug bites and I hate putting chemicals on my skin.
The DEET.
Exactly what you were talking about. Even for my kids. Do you have any suggestions for Teresa?
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you know how much I adore you, and I do. Listen, I wrote the book on bug bites. You know, there was this time in Easter, and I never met a costume I didn't like. Look at this. I put on an entire dress made out of Keeps, you guys. The belt was those wedding almonds, and I ran around all day on the set of a Hallmark show that I was doing wearing my Keep dress. By the end of it, you guys, it had all melted. Every bee, every mosquito, every fly, every bug was chasing me. I was covered in bug bites. So here's my DIY. You get a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, equal parts, mix it together, make a paste. You guys, I had bites. I didn't even know you could get bites in those places.
Oh, all right.
Hey now.
That's good to know.
We'll save that for next time, Kim.
Kim, we wish that we could have you on here every day. Thank you so much. And to our viewers out there, if you aren't already, you have to follow Kim on Instagram and Facebook. And also, Woman-S Pro Aging products are at Ulta now. I'm going to get that neck thing. Yeah. Thanks again, Kim.
Me too.
Yes.
We miss you. Yes. We'll be right back.
I love you guys.
Love you, Kim.
I'll
Bye,
see you
Kim.
soon.
Love you, Kim.
Bye, guys.
I want that.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post 9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. Summer is just around the corner, and many of us will be enjoying some fun in the sun. But it's important to protect yourself from the harmful UV rays. Here's a great way to enjoy life outside with Sunsetter. Along with applying sunscreen, of course, wear protective clothing when possible, such as long-sleeve shirts, pants, hats, and sunglasses. Finding some shade is also a great way to keep you and your family protected and more comfortable. With affordable custom features, without the custom price, Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. Call 1-800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just 1 can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes, but relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back. Tori, you got comments? I sure do. And Kat says, look, I don't buy lotto tickets. It's about, obviously, the lottery. I like to stay on the right side of statistics, and you're statistically more likely to be rich if you don't do the lottery. Okay.
Why is Al falling asleep?
I don't know. I was a good, okay, Jeff
Both
is too.
of
We
them?
lost them both.
Jeez.
Wake up.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's over.
Bye-bye.
Tori's lotto story.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. I've already spent my time, my resources, and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy.
Whew, all right. No, we're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
We're in a fight already.
I'm all in with an E now.
You are?
Absolutely not. No.
First girlfriend in Hollywood.
Wow.
Yes, baby.
I'm looking at a cutie, okay?
I love what you're doing. I just want to thank you.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day.
About today on Daily Blast Live.
Matthew McConaughey makes an emotional White House speech for action on guns.
Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion. How much time will they spend behind bars? Plus, from flipping out, celebrity designer Jeff Lewis will be here live, and lifestyle expert Kim Douglas has all the essentials to get your skin summer ready.
Oh
insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. All right, so we are going to get to Matthew McConaughey and what he said yesterday at the White House in just a bit. But first, today on Capitol Hill, victims and family members from both Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York are testifying before Congress. One of the people testifying is 11-year-old Mia Cerrillo. And let me just tell you, hearing this little girl's story and what she went through, it's not easy, but we all need to hear it. Take a listen.
Shot my teacher and told my teacher goodnight and shot her in the head. Thought he was going to come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and put it all over me.
That's where we're at. I want people to see that. I wish we put even more gruesome stories out there and the reality of what it looks like after this massacre, wherever it is, happens. People need to see that because they turn a blind eye. All of a sudden their politics step in, or this steps in, or whatever it is, and they're like, they don't see the repercussions, the ripples, the effect of years, decades that it has. They don't see that. They look at their phones, they go back to their world, and they just spew out ignorant information. And people need to see more of that. As sad as it is, I'm not empathetic because I very much am on this show, but people need to see more. We need to put more of that out there so people realize what destruction that causes.
I couldn't agree more, and I'll give you just a little background. Right now, she is speaking to Congress 2 weeks after covering herself in blood. I don't know how you deal with trauma like that and then go on to testify in front of Congress. And I thought a story that really explained a lot said CNN came to her house to interview her, and she said, I don't want to be on camera, which is reasonable, but she made a special mention, I don't want a man to interview me. I don't want a man.
That's the collateral damage. She's afraid of men now because the shooter was a man. Yeah, I just don't know. I can only pray that this will push the needle, right? That some senators who are not for common sense gun laws will hear her testimony and they'll have an aha moment. I pray. But Al, I want to get your take on Matthew McConaughey. As we mentioned, he was born in Uvalde, Texas, and he was at the White House yesterday, and he gave a very emotional speech calling for gun reform. If you missed it, watch.
Look, we heard from so many people, right? Families of the deceased, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, Texas Rangers, hunters, Border Patrol, and responsible gun owners who won't give up their Second Amendment right to bear arms. And you know what they all said? We want secure and safe schools, and we want gun laws that won't make it so easy for the bad guys to get these damn guns. We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. Can both sides rise above? Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Wow. As he mentioned, Matthew and his wife spent last week visiting with the families of victims in Texas, and he got emotional at one point talking about his experience.
Maite wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
That could be any one of our children. Al, do you think his emotional speech, seeing those Converse, will change people's minds?
I don't know if changing somebody's mind is something we can go after, Sam. I think the people that are anti-guns, anti-school shootings, I think we've made our bones. We've let people know we're not into that. And I think that in terms of the numbers of people, for the first time, it's weird. It should be something we're excited about. We're seeing percentages like 85%, 90% of people want to change this. And Sam, what I've been saying for a long time, and it doesn't stick with the audience because it's such a weird word, but we are under a minoritarian rule. That means a few people, 9 super elderly people in the Supreme Court, couple super elderly senators that will never have to send their kids to a public school. They're making decisions for all of us. They'll throw a couple distractors out there about, well, something about Chicago and something, more guns kill, whatever. And they're just waiting, just like the Uvalde police is waiting for the news cameras to roll out of there so they can start to harass and attack the citizens and intimidate them into not speaking. So what we need to do is either make a decision that we're done crying, we're done hitting desks, we're done doing anything but voting these people out that are not going to change their mind, because these senators will not move because they're scared that they're going to be voted out, and quite frankly, they probably will be, because when it's time to vote, those guns is ingrained in a lot of people's DNA. So the fact that you're talking about ending that or like touching that in any way, it's a no-go zone. I don't care if there's 250 kids. So we need to get rid of those senators, or we're going to be looking at this for a long time. Those are the only options. We don't have any more options anymore. We're out of options. We just have now converts with blood on them.
Listen, I know we want to get to this next week, but I'm proud of Matthew McConaughey. I'm proud of his wife Camilla for speaking out. You talk about those people. I'm telling you, there's going to be a story about Matthew McConaughey that's going to come out in the next week, because with that speech, the charisma he showed in that speech, the leadership he showed in that speech, the compassion he showed in that speech, bringing both parties together, not having one side of political pressure, just talking common sense, not putting anybody down, and inspiring people. That's what I felt when I saw that. But now here's my thing. What did Al just say? Here's a distraction. Some story's going to come out. Matthew McConaughey on set 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and then that's going to stifle him from the power that he's starting to get with his political.
You're absolutely right. It's already happened. People are calling him a hypocrite. People are bringing up some of the characters that he played in movies that glorified guns. What would you say to that?
I'd say they're insane. Yeah. If that's what conversation you want to have with me, what he just said, and his character, which is not real life, he's an actor. People are confused about reality and celebrity, very much so. We don't even talk about that problem. It's a huge problem. And they want to say his character was carrying a fake gun, therefore he's a hypocrite. That's the battle, that's how much you want to die on this hill, instead of just seeing the middle ground and say, listen, we both could compromise. I don't know one person, I've talked to many people, like just in my circle, that have guns. My father has a gun. A lot of people have guns. I'm going to get myself a gun.
We are gun owners.
Everyone is like, man, I would do whatever. I don't need, what do you need an AK-47 for? What do you need a machine gun for? Don't tell me to get rid of raccoons. Those are the same people saying Matthew McConaughey has a gun in True Detectives. You're a moron. Yes. And I don't want you, I don't know.
Didn't Ronald Reagan play a cowboy? Yeah. So what, he can't be president? Stop.
Right. No. Well said, Jeff. Well said. Coming up on DBL, we are changing gears to reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. So they have been found guilty of tax evasion. Is their show going to continue filming? Plus, you know him from Flipping Out. Celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
Yes.
And a family is suing the tech giant Meta. How they say Instagram contributed to their daughter's eating disorder.
Closed captioning provided by...
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get. We're going to be real. Let's be real.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day. To Jeff's point, it's so refreshing, despite the horrific subject matter why he was there, but it's so refreshing to see someone sincerely passionate as a father and a citizen beg for both sides to come together to have a solution. That's what we need. I hope we see Matthew McConaughey go into politics. And I'm not one to tout like an actor going to...
Well, he tested those waters, and it didn't seem like he wanted to jump in because he got the reaction and things already started coming out.
Maybe this will make him jump in because he wants to create change.
Well, here, I want to ask Tori this question. It's because I've never seen a politician on any level give a speech like that and then get emotional after that. Like the president's like, thoughts and prayers. Okay, see you later, governors of thoughts and prayers. Don't they care passionately, or they're not allowed to have those emotions because of they're being held down?
Well, both of those are true. Now, remember Obama cried when he started singing Amazing Grace,
after, I think it was the Dern roof. What's that?
The Parkland
No, I
shooting?
think he's saying that after the Emmanuel Church.
Yeah,
right?
the church.
He cried after
It was
Sandy Hook.
Yep.
He's in Grace.
He gave a speech sort of similar.
Yeah, but he gave.
Well, he's very charismatic. Obama, he gives great speeches. In the recent future, have you seen anybody show any emotion for the over 1,000 shootings we had in the last 2 years? No. Mass shootings, we've had at least close to 1,000. Have you seen any emotion from anybody?
And how did he achieve that? And that's the one thing I wanted to talk about was like the image of the green Converse. That will stick with people so much. The idea of like the trench coat of Columbine, I was saying, the Jackie O coat when JFK died and she's standing in that plane. He knew the idea of an actor was to tell a story. And the story of that girl's bloody, what we picture, the Converse with that heart on it, could nothing be but a dead girl's shoes. That was a brilliant move on his part. Brilliant.
That's so awful.
All right, sorry, we're still emotional over here.
I'm glad, Sam. That means you're alive inside.
Right?
That's fine. I don't even know why you're hiding. Yeah, it's okay to be emotional.
And I know a lot of our viewers are echoing our sentiments, but we will get through this together. Okay, so welcome back. All right, so a family, and this is an important story too, a family is facing, or a family is suing rather, Facebook and Instagram's parent company, Meta. They claim their daughter started using Instagram at age 11, and it resulted in an eating disorder. Now, self-harm and thoughts of suicide over several years have definitely been contributed because of Meta and Facebook, according to a number of papers that leaked last fall. And those papers showed the tech giant knew that Instagram was worsening body image and other mental health issues in teenage girls. Here's some of what that girl's mom told NBC News.
She was being pushed content about body image and self-harm and being directed to speak to adults who would then guide her to further feed the addiction and just encourage this bad habit. And we are trying to protect our daughters, but the multi-billion-dollar company was working against us.
Now, a spokesperson for Instagram declined to comment on the lawsuit, saying that they do not comment on active litigation. Tori, what do you think of this case, and do you think that they are liable, especially because of that paper that came out last year?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, did they advertise to children? Did they guide the child? And what she's clearly saying in words, she used the word intent. They guided her. They encouraged her. If we find that Meta advertised specifically to youth about anorexia, and that's what she's claiming, they certainly have a problem on their hands. Vape manufacturers got in trouble because they advertised those flavors to children, the bubble gums, right? That's how they got. Gun manufacturers, it's not about the guns, it's advertising to the young people that get them in trouble. So if she can use that as precedent, that is absolutely a fair way to say, now, you have to really show that they pushed this, that they guided her, that they encouraged her, and she didn't just use Facebook.
But aren't the algorithms enough? Like,
that's what
you just look at the algorithm? If she searched the hashtag, I'm not even gonna say that hashtag, because there's a specific hashtag that teens will get sucked into that lead them down that anorexia rabbit hole. If she found that hashtag accidentally, guess what? And did two posts or 2 clicks, all of a sudden that algorithm is going to push it.
But she chooses to be on Facebook. So
it doesn't matter. We know how addictive
we do,
it can
but
be.
that's not against the law to go on Facebook. I mean, Facebook has some rights in this. They have a free enterprise, and you get to go on there.
They shouldn't have that hashtag. I'm sorry. I know it's a slippery slope. Facebook, Meta, Instagram, they need to be a lot more strict with those hashtags that literally.
So you want regulation for all
I do. I'm over social media. They need regulation on social media. Sorry, I know that's a slippery slope.
I guess my question is, like, how do you regulate a hashtag? And how do you regulate an algorithm? Because quite frankly, I just built a studio at my house, and I used that algorithm. Like, I looked up a microphone. It's like, well, do you need a microphone flag? Do you need a microphone? And it was very helpful for me. So then all the positive things, barbecuing, if you looked up some tongs, you'll find you'll find things. So it's like, how do you legislate against algorithms that we think are going to be negative?
If they're brilliant enough to create Meta and other tech-savvy updates that we get every single day on our phone, they can take that one hashtag that they see is detrimental, or hashtags about gun violence, or hashtags about AR-15s, and they can figure it out. I'm sick and tired of people thinking it's too complicated. No offense on you, you're the smartest person here in this room, I feel. But I definitely think that they need to do something more. I'm sick of it.
I agree.
Some people say though,
how you would do
but
that.
some people say you're being infringed upon on that way. I agree with you, Sam, but I think there's a fight there. It's hard, because how do you choose which hashtags?
You look at the hashtags with the most damage.
But how do you know what damage is? It's that subjective. Someone might want to learn about AR-15s. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying at some point there should be allowed to do both.
Yeah, well. Whew, coming up on DBL.
Happy Wednesday.
I know. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Although I do love our guest coming up. Thank God we got some. There he is, celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
What are you yelling at him?
Because I love him. I'm not yelling at you, Jeff. I'm not. He's yelling at me. He's going to tell us all about his new home renovation show that is coming up next.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post 9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. We watched him flip out on his hit Bravo series for over 10 years, but now he's back with an all-new home renovation show. Put your hands together for celebrity designer Jeff Lewis. Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Thank you. Hi. My new show is much calmer and more zen than your show. Wow. You guys are all fired up today. I have anxiety.
I bet you do. It's okay. We have plenty of anti-anxiety medication here in the building. We sure do. We'll message you some.
We are more anti-anxiety medication than show.
Definitely.
So Jeff, I'm also Jeff as well, and we saw you literally, speaking of flipping out, flip out on your show, which I always flip. I think it's a Jeff thing. So how would you describe yourself now? You seem very calm.
I have my moments, but I'm definitely, I'm a more mature man now and a little bit more evolved, and a lot of things have happened in my life, my personal life. I had a baby. I kind of restructured my business because I realized it was so completely crazy and stressful, and it was affecting my health. And so I think you're going to find it's a very different, I think this show, they're calling it more of a sequel than a reboot.
Oh, good.
In the second half of my life.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of sequels, I mean, if that's the case, because I've watched every single episode with my husband of Flipping Out. So I got to know, if you're doing this sequel, not reboot, have you, where do your relationships stand with you and Jenny? What about Zoila? Are we going to see them reappear in this new series?
Look, I mean, you said that you've watched every episode of Flipping Out. I've had a lot of friendships and relationships in my life, and some of these relationships I learn from, I repair, and then some are beyond repair. I mean, I will tell you that Zoila retired, and then she came out of retirement to help me a few days a week with Monroe. So Monroe is still very much in my life. You'll see a few people that are still work with me that you might recognize from Flipping Out. And then there's a lot of people that are no longer in my life. So you've got to understand too, as a part of restructuring my business and making it more efficient and more profitable, there were people that worked for me that had also other aspirations and other motivations. And I really need people around me that kind of are along this same, that still want the same goals and dreams that I want, which is, you want to be a designer? Do you want to be in construction? Do you want to be in real estate? Okay, this job is for you. But, after being on TV for 11 years, a lot of people came to me under the guise of wanting me to mentor that design business, but really they just wanted to be on TV. And I had to, and I found that out, unfortunately, many, many, many times, that people were there for the wrong reason.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. I can understand that.
Well, let's get to your new show, Hollywood House Lift. Now, what was the most lavish, expensive renovation that you undertook?
I think, and it kind of kept growing. So what happened was, some of the celebrities, we would agree, we would put together the scope of work, and a lot of them liked what we were doing, and then they would add to the project. So now I want to do this, or now I want to do this. I want to continue the landscaping in the backyard. So I think probably at this point, Anthony Anderson's job is the largest because I'm still working for him. So once we finished phase 1, we went to phase 2, phase 3, now we're talking about phase 4. It's a big property. It's a lot of landscape, hardscape. We're looking at putting in a pool, a guest house. So that is still going on even after the show.
Wow. I just know that I need to look at my home in phases. I didn't know. That's when you made it.
Or you hire Jeff Lewis.
Yes, right.
If he's available. Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to break it up in phases, especially, if you're writing these large checks, sometimes you want to see something done, right? So if you're spending all this money, before you get them to commit to spending more and more money, you kind of want to finish completely phase 1. See, look what we did. Look where your money's going. You're happy. You love what I did. Now let's talk about phase 2.
Smart.
I love it.
You guys have to watch Jeff's new show.
It's upselling.
There you go.
Upselling. You got to watch Hollywood House Lift with Jeff Lewis, which is streaming June 10th on Amazon Freevee. Thanks so much for chatting with us, Jeff. We hope that we can have you back on. We'll be right back. Thanks, Jeff.
I like that look too. I'm gonna rock a vest.
I know. Doesn't it look good?
Yeah,
he
owns a casino.
He looks good. The casino.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just one can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes, but relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration. and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is connecting the dots.
The budget.
Wow. Thanks, Corey.
I'm glad the audience heard her nerdiness.
Yeah. She's really like this off camera, too. My favorite president.
I'm so
Talking about
sorry.
the budget during
Nerd
commercial
alert.
breaks.
You got comments.
I do. I apologize to everyone. Julia Gray, I love this, said the wonderful thing about this show is that the panel disagrees and are passionate about it so that both sides can be presented. It is not a one-sided show. I appreciate that. And Carolyn wants to say thanks, Sam, for showing your vulnerability on national TV. We love you even more.
Oh, well, I don't think I could prevent it if I tried. I cry at everything, but we all, I think everybody can relate that these are really difficult stories to cover.
I got a comment too. Al, you look fantastic and I love you.
Oh, thank you. Jeff Jeff looks fantastic and happy birthday.
Thanks. Those are great comments.
Right. Wow. If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online on YouTube on dailyblastlive.com or our app. And if you do get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Todd and Julie Chrisley have been convicted of fraud. What could this mean for the reality show as they face some major jail time? Plus, getting your skin summer ready with lifestyle expert Kim Douglas, the essentials you need to stock up on.
It's my girl.
Of course, no one wants a bad burn like this because that looks like it hurts. So it's always important to lather up. We're answering questions and clearing up some sunscreen misconceptions. Let's verify. Our sources for these questions, Dr. Alyssa Daniel, a dermatologist with Novant Health, and Dr. Melissa Pilliang, a dermatologist with the Cleveland Clinic. The first question, if you have darker skin, do you need to wear sunscreen?
Darker complexions are more protected against skin cancer. So the frequency of getting skin cancers in the brown and black community is going to be far smaller than people who have fair skin.
Dr. Daniel says, though skin cancer is less prevalent in people with more melanin, the sun can still cause aging and damage.
Even brown or black skin can get more aggressive sun damage the more that they're exposed. So I typically just say for everyone, for that simple fact, it is useful and helpful to, maintain that aspect of skincare.
So we can verify that yes, if you have darker skin, you should still wear sunscreen. The second question, can a bad childhood sunburn increase the risk for melanoma? Dr. Pilliang says one childhood sunburn can actually increase the risk for skin cancer.
Studies have shown that most of our sun exposure happens in childhood. We're outside running around playing, we're playing sports, we're outside a lot, and that's when we get a lot of our sun exposure. So it's really important to think about sunscreen and sun protection at a very young age.
So we can verify that yes, a bad childhood sunburn can actually increase your risk for melanoma. With your Verify, I'm Megan Brown.
Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. So Todd and Julie Chrisley, the self-made moguls of reality television, pulling in around 2 million viewers on every episode of their show Chrisley Knows Best. Side note, they are the most watched original series on USA Network right now. But in case you aren't familiar with their show, here's a clip and then we'll tell you why they're in the
We're
in the news.
determined to help Daddy get over his claustrophobia, so therefore we've come up with a plan to help him face his fears.
We're not going through the damn car wash.
It's so fun.
I don't give a I don't want to go through the car wash.
It's step 1 of immersion therapy. You'll be fine.
Oh my God, look at this, how dark it's getting. There should be a pee.
No, not that.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
No, Daddy, stop. Stop. Oh, my God.
Stop this clip.
So here's the thing. For the last 3 weeks, the couple has been in court battling bank fraud and tax evasion charges. And yesterday, a jury found them guilty on all counts. Prosecutors say they swindled smaller banks out of nearly $30 million and then filed for bankruptcy to avoid paying more than $20 million in back taxes. The couple could face up to 30 years in prison. Wow. Tori, you're shaking your head.
These people are terrible, terrible people. I mean, they defrauded many, sorry, I know I say terrible funny, but they defrauded many banks, kept getting the money, and then tried to file for bankruptcy, all while pitching a show. You know, every network was like, yeah, we want you. You're so charismatic. That's because you're a con man. That's all you are, is a con man. So she even has more charges. She is obstruction of justice. I'm telling you guys, this is serious money. I'm thinking serious jail time. I'm saying like 5 years plus. I really believe this is bad. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to see jail time. We talked about this earlier already.
With you. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think they will.
It's too many banks, too many times, too much money.
But my wife loves this show. Sorry,
a lot of people
she's going to get hate mail now.
No, a lot of people do.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves these kids. I, just watch it once in a while, just because I sit with her and watch the same thing. They're funny. They got like a little thing. But America loves these people. So to go down with a scandal, and I might say, with all the cancel culture going on, like if you said something 20 years ago, you don't get this show. Their kids are still in, process and talks of getting their own shows.
They're getting spin-offs.
So, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't think it's weird at all, Jeff.
You think they'll get canceled?
No. This is about money. They have 2 million people that will look at whatever they will do. If you have people that are looking at what you do, advertisers will line up. There will be no problems with this. When you have money,
the government will have a problem with it.
Teresa Giudice never got canceled. She went to jail. She came back. She
how's
had a
Martha
book
Stewart
deal.
doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How's Lori Loughlin doing? Did she come out of jail?
It's not $30 million of fraud and bankruptcy. This is different, guys.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, and I'm not. The thing Sam said that really hit me about this whole thing is like she said it was smaller banks, and I've lived in I lived in Jackson, Mississippi. I lived in Providence, Rhode Island. Those small towns, those small banks, like those people are like. They're small town folks. They say, hey, Jeff, where are you? They know you. So to do that it's worse than if it's Chase or Wells Fargo.
And this happened before their fame.
Personal to me.
This is a pattern of behavior of his. I don't know too much about her, but this is before when he was a real estate investor. So he's been doing this for a long time and getting away with it, pitching his show or his idea before it became a show to networks that he lives this very lavish lifestyle. He's very successful. Shame on him. I wonder if the networks, if it does get canceled, could then sue him because he presented himself as a fraud to them.
Sam, all you're doing is giving their comeback story. This
I don't
could be a pitch in a network office about the comeback story.
Apparently an intimate relationship with another man, which he has denied being gay at all. They said he had a long, intimate relationship for years. He's the one who turned him in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, many layers.
Yes.
Okay, so an Australian woman, this is an absolutely crazy story. An Australian woman who was in a coma for 5 months is revealing what it's like finally waking up, and she's posting her videos to TikTok.
Coma brain is a thing. I had post-traumatic amnesia for about 3 months after I woke up from my coma. I've got things like my passcode, my address, just simple things like that. But it all went away.
So this is what everyone's actually talking about, though, her fiance, because this is what happened. She revealed in a recent interview that her fiance of 5 months ghosted her. abandoned her while she was in a coma. After waking up, she discovered that he had blocked her on social media, left her for another woman. The two were together for 4 years, planned on getting married. Now, the woman fell headfirst off a retaining wall in Canada in 2020, and she was given a 10% chance of survival.
How long was she in that coma? Just
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah. 5 months.
Sam,
You don't wait 5
You know, and Sam, you've got a lot of tread in this area because obviously, rest in power to Eric.
Thank
you
you.
dealt with this, and I know he was a super strong guy. My thoughts with this was, what advice would you give to somebody that you loved, that was loving somebody, about to marry somebody that was in a coma? Because yes, she woke up, and that's awesome, and we're all happy. But this is 5 months. Could this have been 15 months? Could this have been 15 years? Like, when do you walk away, or do you just stay by their bedside forever?
You stay by their bedside if you really truly care about them and love them. You're about to give your vows in sickness and in health. You better, if you put a ring on someone's finger and propose to her, knowing that a handful of months later you're going to say those very powerful vows in sickness and in health, and then you bail on her within 5 months. 5 months goes by like that. A pregnancy is 9 months, and it goes by like that.
Right.
I can't imagine, God rest his soul, if Eric woke up and people abandoned him. When he woke up, I was by his bedside, because back then you could only have one person at a time, and it was my turn. My sister was there as much as she could be. It was my turn. I had flown in, and I was by his bedside. I can't imagine if he woke up and no one was there. And then he found out that his love abandoned him. Like, what an awful human being this man is. I'm sorry. Wait till she wakes up. Try things. If she's not going to wake up, then
how do we know when she's?
You have doctors that will tell you if you're brain dead or not. We all know that happened with Bobby Brown. Remember the whole Bobby Christina situation?
Right, absolutely.
And that you know right away. Like, is there a chance that this person's gonna be in a coma forever? Yeah, technically, but they're brain dead. They're never gonna wake up. So it's up to that guardian to pull the plug. And I hate even using that word, but sorry, I'm going on a.
No, this is personal to you.
It's awful.
It's tough.
It's awful.
It's tough. But, you know, because if somebody did want to have kids, you know, something, and they were young and in love, and their person's in a coma, like, so do you give that dream? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, this is close to home, so I don't want to, like, push too hard the other direction. But if you're going to the hospital every day for 2 months, 3 months, and the doctor's like, listen, there's less than a 10% chance. You need to move on with your life. I understand what's happening here. What if that's the kind of advice that the doctors gave him? 10% isn't much.
No,
but we don't know the whole thing.
No, I know.
Right? And it's like, listen, you need to move on with your life. That's a long time.
I don't
what
think
is
you
the
can
number?
move on.
Is
Trust me.
2 years okay to move on?
Well, I think when you're in it and you're seeing your loved one lying there every day, trust me, I don't think you don't think anything about you. All you want to do is for them to wake up. Eric had 0% chance of survival. When you're in it, all you do is be present. All you do is wait.
Time doesn't even seem to
palliative care can be involved.
But Eric has a family, a wife. I think this is a totally different story, but I understand how it hits close to home.
I think for me, I guess 5 months to me, and my mom got sick right after they got married, and my dad stayed the whole time. 5 months seemed incredibly too quick to me.
Too quick
Way
to already
too
have
quick.
to
even for a
block her on
coma. Like, give it a
social media?
year so you see, and at some point maybe you do question and talk to a therapist and figure that out. But 5 months after a head injury is nothing.
Well, listen, I wouldn't do it. I was like, you scumbag.
No, I think it's important to talk it through, but yeah, in time. Okay, if you won the lottery, who would you tell? Would any of you here tell anybody? Or who wouldn't you tell?
I think you guys would know. My behavior at the desk would be different. Wearing a V-neck T-shirt up here.
So what's up? What's the next story?
According to a new survey, 83% of you would not tell your own family if you won the jackpot. And while that might sound crazy, previous winners seem to be in agreement. So take a look at some posts from past winners. Anonymous from Colorado says, I had family members whom I hadn't talked to in months or years reaching out asking for money. I became the inconsiderate money hoarding cousin. Or this one from Florida, the money became a bargaining tool within our marriage. It divided us. And this one from Cali, my dad won a good amount of money and eventually I started seeing less and less of him. Sometimes I think the money was just a catalyst to whatever behavior he already had. What would you guys do? Tori, let's go around the horn. Would you tell people?
I can't keep a secret to save my life. I 1000% would tell, but I do understand the meaning of trying to keep a secret. Remember, a guy came in a Scream mask because he didn't want anyone to know. Get this, Sam, 70% of lottery winners end up going broke, and a third of lottery winners declare bankruptcy. So there's evidence to prove you might want to keep it close to the chest.
Because you didn't earn
Vest?
that money.
Vest.
Right, vest or chest?
Vest.
Oh, it is vest?
Yeah.
I thought it was chest.
too.
So it's vest, okay.
I'm going to go opposite of Tori.
Right.
But,
What would you do?
I wouldn't tell. I definitely, if Tori gets a free burrito, the whole studio knows. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where would that line
I would
be?
not.
I'm curious.
So
Would
it'd be with
immediate family?
super tight family members, right? Not all my family, for sure.
Like mom and dad?
even yeah, of course.
So you would tell immediate family?
Immediate family and great friends that helped me along the way because I'd want to repay that favor because a lot of people help me. You know, you don't get where you're at without some help.
Tell them. People are going to be like,
but it's
"How'd you
okay
get
if it
this
got
red
but I
Porsche?" You're like,
wouldn't.
do you know Jeff Schroeder?
I wouldn't make it like everybody because I already know people who would start calling.
Yeah.
You know what I
Would
mean?
you say you won the lottery or you came into some money? I feel like lottery people just think you're like mega rich and you have money to give. Maybe I would just tell immediate family I came into some money.
That sounds so sketchy.
So you would tell? You tell?
I would,
you let it go?
I'm the same as you. I would tell my immediate family.
Sam, stop it. You are the most honest person I've ever met. You would say it before we started the show. You're like, I have to tell you guys.
No.
And it wouldn't be bragging. Like, you do not hold, you don't lie ever. If somebody asked you, you would say no?
I would absolutely say no.
You looked away, like our body language.
I wouldn't bring it up.
You can't lie. Sam cannot lie.
I cannot lie, but I would not bring it up. Can I not bring it up?
When you come into millions of dollars, it's going to come up, Sam. Like, I don't know if you know, everybody out here, we're out here swimming.
I don't want people knocking on my door or robbing us. No, I would not say anything.
It's going to be worse than people are going to send their kids and be like, hey, you know, I really want to go to this camp this summer. You know, your niece can't go. Like, they're going to send, that's why they send kids. They, like, get people to give them money. You're going to have aunts and uncles being like, hey, your nephew, he sure needs a car. He's 16. It'd be nice. We can't do it.
What would you do?
I don't know. I think you can just call Verizon and change that number.
Oh, wow.
Give me a reason to shut down my socials, like, please. I would be
off the grid.
Off in the wilderness like I was training in Rocky IV. Like, y'all never see me again.
Sam would be like that scene from Goodfellas when he's like, return that car. I told you don't get that car. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Exactly.
You're going to get everybody pinched.
Coming up on DBL, we love her, lifestyle and beauty expert, Kim Dern.
Yes,
There she is. She joins us live with all the essentials you need for your skin this summer.
Closed captioning provided by
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get. We're going to be real. Let's be real.
honestly, that's why we watch.
Right? Yep.
DBL is all new every day.
Take it off. Bring it back. It's the best.
Because he says, don't spend the money.
Yeah, he's like, and then everyone
And
comes
everyone
in and
goes
he's
crazy.
like, what? It's in my wife's name.
Did you hear that?
The fur coat broke it.
Yeah.
Like the fur coat.
Because it was after the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that, a fur? Are we on?
I also like the line in Goodfellas.
Are we on? Oh, we're talking about Goodfellas, the scene where they rob the airport money, and then he's like, nobody buy anything, and then they have the party, and everybody bought something.
Like a car, a coat.
I bought a car. It's in my wife's name. Bring it back. And then the fur coat.
Get out of here. Take it back. You know the line where he goes, I got my brother stirring spaghetti sauce and watching helicopters all day long.
Yeah, that wasn't the best line.
That was one of the best lines.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. And the accent was weird,
It was
too.
a weird ending to that movie, you know, but it's...
Go right into it.
I
was
don't know.
looking at the helicopters and
Yeah,
stuff?
well, I mean...
Because that's what happened.
Yeah, he lost his mind and he got paranoid because of the... It was interesting that the
of the
whole
drugs.
through line of, like, you know, don't do drugs, and he did, and it, like... That
I love
was
like
it.
shot it like it was, the camera work was like he was on cocaine.
Looking out the window to
We studied
helicopters.
Scorsese in my movie class, and each year a famous film professor at Michigan does one director, and I got Martin Scorsese. I was like so excited, and we had to see all of them, Color of Money, like all the way back, and we got to learn about the shots, the horizontal shots, the vertical shots, and that movie is near perfect. It is near perfect.
It's all specific and
It's Goodfellas. It makes you feel like when they go through the back door and you walk through, you feel like you are giving tips
when
to
they
guys.
bring the table
and the table
for him
comes
and you're
over,
following the guy.
flutters.
That's such a cool
I
scene.
know.
And just
I
in one shot.
How about when they're introducing all the characters and like this is Johnny two times?
Yes.
Like, the
Yes.
papers.
You're honored. How you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's
like,
really cool. It's one shot.
Or like Karen with the gun right here in the camera's lens.
How about Ray Liotta when he's like on the stand?
They're still talking.
She's our favorite, your favorite, and Hollywood's favorite beauty expert. Kim Douglas is here to talk all about summer essentials.
Yeah. Hi, you guys.
Hi, Kim.
I love you so much. You know, I'm obsessed with the four of you. Tori, I would say you don't call, you don't write, you don't speak, but we just talked a couple days ago.
We did.
You know, Al, I'm obsessed with you. Jeff, I follow you and Sam, and you're both families. I think you're all amazing. And there's kind of a stalking issue, but it's all good.
It's not an issue if we want to be stalked.
I like all your photos, Kim, because you shamed me last time because I don't get on social media a lot. And when I do, like Kim Douglas.
You should like it. Kim, every time you're here, we get so many questions from our viewers.
We do.
Today, we're going to have you answer some of those questions. All right, so we first have Amber, Kim. She writes in and says, hey, I'm someone who is not that comfortable showing a ton of skin, but summer's coming up and wearing a turtleneck, she's apparently from New York, Kim, gets hot and itchy. I don't know how to switch it up. So what do you do in that case?
Completely changed her question.
Yeah, and put a weird accent on
it. I'm sorry. Amber, my apologies. Continue.
All right, great question, Tori. So let me tell you, you know, you guys and myself, we're all about body positivity, right? All shapes, all sizes. We love our bodies and we live in them and we're grateful for them. However, you know, I also think that there is an issue with if you're not feeling quite as confident about a certain area of your body, there's no reason that you shouldn't try to find some solutions. So the neck really is a real issue for many women. And you know what we all have, you guys? Forgive me, I have to take this call. No, just kidding. But we all have this tech neck, right? We're like down here, we're always on our phone, and you get those bands. So in order to get rid of those, here is one of my biggest tips. I tried everything, and you know, short of literally getting a neck lift, I was trying everything. And this is one of my favorite products. It's by a company called Woman-S that you know I love. It's by women for women. And look at this, you guys. What it is it's called, and Jeff and Al, this is directed right to you too. Let's Neck. And what it is, sorry, I hope I don't get canceled for that. But anyway, you put this on, you guys, and you roll it up. Tori and Sam,
yeah, I do need that.
what you do is it has a little silver applicator, and this helps with lymphatic drainage. So you want to push up. Also, I do it like this, you guys, just as a secret. I want to have Angelina Jolie jawline and then move it all down. Anyway, it's great. It tightens, it firms, it's affordable, under 25 bucks at Ulta. I love it, and you will too. And it'll help with those
all my pictures, I do this, and all my pictures, because I definitely have that saggy neck. No, I do. So if I use that, I don't have to do this anymore.
But now you're talking weird. So we got to get to this because this next question is from Kathy. She goes by Grandma Kathy. She says, Kim, I'm a new grandmother. I'm taking my grandson to the beach. What is the appropriate look when you're talking about bathing suits? Because I feel like there's granny swag. You don't have to look like 100% granny. You could be like a hot granny. What's up?
Exactly. You know what, Elle? I have seen some of your pictures on Instagram in your bathing suit, and they are pretty darn hot. I mean, I don't know if I've seen. But let me tell you, this is the honest to God truth. There is a huge campaign right now called Coastal Grandma. Have any of you guys seen that yet?
Yes, that Diane Keaton, Nancy Myers look, like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Diane Keaton wears gloves and stuff.
No, when she's in a Nancy Myers movie.
Oh, got it.
She wears gloves. That's so funny. Yeah, that's all very cool and in, even for 20-year-olds like you guys. So anyway, the thing is that, you know, again, we want to talk about body positivity, but cellulite is a real issue. And while we all have it and we should embrace it, sometimes if you're wearing a bathing suit, you're with your grandson, for our coastal grandmother that wrote in, you know, you may not feel as comfortable. So there's a couple of things. I have a great DIY. You get coffee grinds from your morning coffee. I have my coffee right here. And then you go in the shower and you rub it on your hips and your thighs and your buttocks. And it helps to stimulate blood flow, but it gets a little messy in the shower. So I did some research and I found out this great thing called Leg Tone, and it's by Adonia, and all the Dancing with the Stars people wear it. It's all natural. It's got 12 natural oils in it. And you know me, you guys, you all four know what I've been through. So I don't like any chemicals. And this helps reduce the appearance of cellulite in 9 minutes. And it's all natural.
So quickly, Kim, before we go, because summertime's coming up, we got to talk about bug bites. Teresa says, I've been getting a ton of bug bites and I hate putting chemicals on my skin.
The DEET.
Exactly what you were talking about, even for my kids. Do you have any suggestions for Teresa?
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you know how much I adore you, and I do. Listen, I wrote the book on bug bites. You know, there was this time in Easter, and I never met a costume I didn't like. Look at this. I put on an entire dress made out of peeps, you guys. The belt was those wedding almonds, and I ran around all day on the set of a Hallmark show that I was doing, wearing my peep dress. By the end of it, you guys, it had all melted. Every bee, every mosquito, every fly, every bug was chasing me. I was covered in bug bites. So here's my DIY. You get a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, equal parts, mix it together, make a paste. You guys, I had bites. I didn't even know you could get bites in those places.
Oh.
Ooh, all right.
Hey now.
That's good to know. We'll save that for next time, Kim.
Kim, we wish that we could have you on here every day. Thank you so much. And to our viewers out there, if you aren't already, you have to follow Kim on Instagram and Facebook. And also, Womanist Pro-Aging products are at Ulta now. I'm going to get that neck thing. Yeah. Thanks again, Kim.
Me too.
We
Yes.
miss you. Yes. We'll be right back.
I love you guys.
Love you, Kim.
I'll
Bye,
see you
Kim.
soon.
Love you, Kim.
Bye, guys.
I want that.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post-9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. Summer is just around the corner, and many of us will be enjoying some fun in the sun. But it's important to protect yourself from the harmful UV rays. Here's a great way to enjoy life outside with Sunsetter. Along with applying sunscreen, of course, wear protective clothing when possible, such as long-sleeve shirts, pants, hats, and sunglasses. Finding some shade is also a great way to keep you and your family protected and more comfortable. With affordable custom features, without the custom price, Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. Call 1-800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just 1 can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes. But relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is connecting the dots.
Welcome back. Tori, you got comments?
I sure do. And Kat says, look, I don't buy lotto tickets. It's about, obviously, the lottery. I like to stay on the right side of statistics, and you're statistically more likely to be rich if you don't do the lottery.
Okay. Why is Al falling asleep?
I don't know. Al's a good, okay, Jeff
Both
is too. We lost them both.
Jeez.
Wake up.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's over?
Bye-bye.
Tori's lotto story?
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. I've already spent my time, my resources, and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy. Whew, all right. No, we're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
We're in a fight already.
I'm all in with an E now.
You are?
Absolutely not. No.
First girlfriend in Hollywood.
Wow.
Yes, baby.
I'm looking at a cutie, okay?
I love what you're doing. I just want to thank you.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day.
today on Daily Blast Live.
Matthew McConaughey makes an emotional White House speech for action on guns.
Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion. How much time will they spend behind bars? Plus, from flipping out, celebrity designer Jeff Lewis will be here live, and lifestyle expert Kim Douglas has all the essentials to get your skin summer ready.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. All right, so we are going to get to Matthew McConaughey and what he said yesterday at the White House in just a bit. But first, today on Capitol Hill, victims and family members from both Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York are testifying before Congress. One of the people testifying is 11-year-old Mia Cerrillo. And let me just tell you, hearing this little girl's story and what she went through, it's not easy, but we all need to hear it. Take a listen.
Shot my teacher and told my teacher goodnight and shot her in the head. Thought he was gonna come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and put it all over me.
That's where we're at. I want people to see that. I wish we put even more gruesome stories out there and the reality of what it looks like after this massacre, wherever it is, happens. People need to see that because they turn a blind eye. All of a sudden their politics step in, or this steps in, or whatever it is, and they're like, they don't see the repercussions, the ripples, the effect of years, decades that it has. They don't see that. They look at their phones, they go back to their world, and they just spew out the ignorant information. And people need to see more of that. As sad as it is, I'm not empathetic because I very much am on this show, but people need to see more. We need to put more of that out there so people realize what destruction that causes.
I couldn't agree more, and I'll give you just a little background. Right now, she is speaking to Congress 2 weeks after covering herself in blood. I don't know how you deal with trauma like that and then go on to testify in front of Congress. And I thought a story that really explained a lot said CNN came to her house to interview her, and she said, I don't want to be on camera, which is reasonable, but she made a special mention, I don't want a man to interview me. I don't want a man.
That's the collateral damage. She's afraid of men now because the shooter was a man. Yeah, I just don't know. I can only pray that this will push the needle, right? That some senators who are not for common sense gun laws will hear her testimony and they'll have an aha moment. I pray. But Al, I want to get your take on Matthew McConaughey. As we mentioned, he was born in Uvalde, Texas, and he was at the White House yesterday, and he gave a very emotional speech calling for gun reform. If you missed it, watch.
Look, we heard from so many people, right? Families of the deceased, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, Texas Rangers, hunters, Border Patrol, and responsible gun owners who won't give up their Second Amendment right to bear arms. And you know what they all said? We want secure and safe schools, and we want gun laws that won't make it so easy for the bad guys to get these damn guns. We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. Can both sides rise above? Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Wow. As he mentioned, Matthew and his wife spent last week visiting with the families of victims in Texas, and he got emotional at one point talking about his experience.
Maite wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
That could be any one of our children. Al, do you think his emotional speech, seeing those Converse, will change people's minds?
I don't I don't know if changing somebody's mind is something we can go after, Sam. I think the people that are anti-guns, anti-school shootings, I think we've made our bones. We've let people know we're not into that. And I think that in terms of the numbers of people, for the first time, it's weird. It should be something we're excited about. We're seeing percentages like 85%, 90% of people want to change this. And Sam, what I've been saying for a long time, and it doesn't stick with the audience because it's such a weird word, but we are under a minoritarian rule. That means a few people, 9 super elderly people in the Supreme Court, couple super elderly senators that will never have to send their kids to a public school. They're making decisions for all of us. They'll throw a couple distractors out there about, well, something about Chicago and something, more guns kill, whatever. And they're just waiting, just like the Uvalde police is waiting for the news cameras to roll out of there so they can start to harass and attack the citizens and intimidate them into not speaking. So what we need to do is either make a decision that we're done crying, we're done hitting desks, we're done doing anything but voting these people out that are not going to change their mind, because these senators will not move because they're scared that they're going to be voted out. And quite frankly, they probably will be, because when it's time to vote, those guns is ingrained in a lot of people's DNA. So the fact that you're talking about ending that or like touching that in any way, it's a no-go zone. I don't care if there's 250 kids. So we need to get rid of those senators, or we're going to be looking at this for a long time. Those are the only options. We don't have any more options anymore. We're out of options. We just have now converts with blood on them.
Listen, I know we want to get to this next week, but I'm proud of Matthew McConaughey. I'm proud of his wife Camilla for speaking out. You talk about those people. I'm telling you, there's going to be a story about Matthew McConaughey that's going to come out in the next week, because with that speech, the charisma he showed in that speech, the leadership he showed in that speech, the compassion he showed in that speech, bringing both parties together, not having one side of political pressure, just talking common sense, not putting anybody down, and inspiring people. That's what I felt when I saw that. But now here's my thing. What did Al just say? Here's a distraction. Some story's going to come out, Matthew McConaughey on set 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and then that's going to stifle him from the power that he's starting to get, which is political.
You're absolutely right. It's already happened. People are calling him a hypocrite. People are bringing up some of the characters that he played in movies that glorified guns. What would you say to that?
I'd say they're insane. Yeah. If that's what conversation you want to have with me, what he just said, and his character, which is not real life, he's an actor. People are confused about reality and celebrity, very much so. We don't even talk about that problem. It's a huge problem. And they want to say his character was carrying a fake gun, therefore he's a hypocrite. That's the battle. That's how much you want to die on this hill, instead of just seeing the middle ground and say, listen, we both could compromise. I don't know one person. I've talked to many people, like just in my circle, that have guns. My father has a gun. A lot of people have guns. I'm going to get myself a gun.
We are gun owners.
Everyone is like, man, I would do whatever. I don't need. What do you need an AK-47 for? What do you need a machine gun for? Don't tell me to get rid of raccoons. Those are the same people saying Matthew McConaughey has a gun in True Detectives. You're a moron. And I don't want you. I don't know.
Didn't Ronald Reagan play a cowboy? So what? He can't be president? Stop.
No. Well said, Jeff. Well said. Coming up on DBL, we are changing gears to reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. So they have been found guilty of tax evasion. Is their show going to continue filming? Plus, you know him from Flipping Out. Celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
Yes.
And a family is suing the tech giant Meta. How they say Instagram contributed to their daughter's eating disorder.
Closed captioning provided by...
This June, DBL is holding nothing back.
We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get.
If we're going to be real, let's be real.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
DBL is all new every day. To Jeff's point, it's so refreshing, despite the horrific subject matter, why he was there, but it's so refreshing to see someone sincerely passionate as a father and a citizen beg for both sides to come together to have a solution. That's what we need. I hope we see Matthew McConaughey go into politics. And I'm not one to tout like an actor going to...
Well, he tested those waters, and it didn't seem like he wanted to jump in because he got the reaction and things already started coming out.
Maybe this will make him jump in because he wants to create change.
Well, here, I want to ask Tori this question. It's because I've never seen a politician on any level give a speech like that and then get emotional after that. Like the president's like, thoughts and prayers. Okay, see you later, governors of thoughts and prayers. Don't they care passionately, or they're not allowed to have those emotions because of they're being held down?
Well, both of those are true. Now, remember Obama cried when he started singing Amazing Grace after, I think it was the Dylan Roof. What's that?
The Parkland No, I think he's saying that after the Emmanuel Church.
Yeah,
right?
the church.
He cried after Sandy Hook.
Yep. He's saying Amazing Grace.
He gave a speech sort of similar.
Yeah, but he gave.
Well, he's very charismatic. Obama, he gives great speeches. In the recent future, have you seen anybody show any emotion for the over 1,000 shootings we had in the last 2 years? Mass shootings, we've had at least close to 1,000. Have you seen any emotion from anybody?
And how did he achieve that? And that's the one thing I want to talk about was like the image of the green Converse. That will stick with people so much. The idea of like the trench coat of Columbine, I was saying, the Jackie O coat when JFK died and she's standing in that plane. He knew the idea of an actor was to tell a story. And the story of that girl's bloody, what we picture, the Converse with that heart on it, could nothing be but a dead girl's shoes. That was a brilliant move on his part. Brilliant.
That's so awful. All right, sorry, we're so emotional over here.
I'm glad, Sam. That means you're alive inside.
Right?
That's fine. I don't even know why you're hiding. Yeah, it's okay to be emotional.
And I know a lot of our viewers are echoing our sentiments, but we will get through this together. Okay, so welcome back. All right, so a family, and this is an important story too, a family is facing, or a family is suing rather, Facebook and Instagram's parent company, Meta. They claim their daughter started using Instagram at age 11, and it resulted in an eating disorder. Now, self-harm and thoughts of suicide over several years have definitely been contributed because of Meta and Facebook, according to a number of papers that leaked last fall. And those papers showed the tech giant knew that Instagram was worsening body image and other mental health issues in teenage girls. Here's some of what that girl's mom told NBC News.
She was being pushed content about body image and self-harm and being directed to speak to adults who would then guide her to further feed the addiction and just encourage this bad habit. And we are trying to protect our daughters, but the multi-billion-dollar company was working against us.
Now, a spokesperson for Instagram declined to comment on the lawsuit, saying that they do not comment on active litigation. Tori, what do you think of this case, and do you think that they are liable, especially because of that paper that came out last year?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, did they advertise to children? Did they guide the child? And what she's clearly saying in words, she used the word intent. They guided her. They encouraged her. If we find that Meta advertised specifically to youth about anorexia, and that's what she's claiming, they certainly have a problem on their hands. Vape manufacturers got in trouble because they advertised those flavors to children, the bubble gums, right? That's how they got. Gun manufacturers, it's not about the guns, it's advertising to the young people that get them in trouble. So if she can use that as precedent, that is absolutely a fair way to say, now, you have to really show that they pushed this, that they guided her, that they encouraged her, and she didn't just use Facebook.
But aren't the algorithms enough? Like,
that's
can't
what
you just look at the algorithm? If she searched the hashtag, I'm not even gonna say that hashtag, because there's a specific hashtag that teens will get sucked into that lead them down that anorexia rabbit hole. If she found that hashtag accidentally, guess what, and did two posts or 2 clicks, all of a sudden that algorithm is going to push it.
But she chooses to be on Facebook. So
it doesn't matter. We know how addictive
we
it
do,
can
but
be.
that's not against the law to go on Facebook. I mean, Facebook has some rights in this. They have a free enterprise, and you get to go on there.
They shouldn't have that hashtag. I'm sorry. I know it's a slippery slope. Facebook, Meta, Instagram, they need to be a lot more strict with those hashtags that literally.
So you want regulation for all
I do. I'm over social media. They need regulation on social media. Sorry, I know that's a slippery slope.
I guess my question is, like, how do you regulate a hashtag? And how do you regulate an algorithm? Because quite frankly, I just built a studio at my house, and I used that algorithm. Like, I looked up a microphone. It's like, well, do you need a microphone flag? Do you need a microphone? And it was very helpful for me. So then all the positive things, barbecuing, if you looked up some tongs, you'll find you'll find things. So it's like, how do you legislate against algorithms that we think are going to be negative?
If they're brilliant enough to create Meta and other tech-savvy updates that we get every single day on our phone, they can take that one hashtag that they see is detrimental, or hashtags about gun violence, or hashtags about AR-15s, and they can figure it out. I'm sick and tired of people thinking it's too complicated. No offense on you, you're the smartest person here in this room, I feel. But I definitely think that they need to do something more. I'm sick of it.
I agree.
Some people say, though,
how you would do that.
Some people say you're being infringed upon on that way. I agree with you, Sam, but I think there's a fight there. It's hard, because how do you choose which hashtags?
You look at the hashtags with the most damage.
But how do you know what damage is? It's that subjective. Someone might want to learn about AR-15s. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying at some point there should be allowed to do both.
Yeah, well. Whew, coming up on DBL.
Happy Wednesday.
I know, happy Wednesday, everybody. Although I do love our guest coming up. Thank God we got there he is, celebrity interior designer Jeff Lewis will be here live.
What are you yelling at him?
Because I love him. I'm not yelling at you, Jeff. I'm not. He's yelling at me. He's going to tell us all about his new home renovation show that is coming up next.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post 9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. We watched him flip out on his hit Bravo series for over 10 years, but now he's back with an all-new home renovation show. Put your hands together for celebrity designer Jeff Lewis. Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Thank you. Hi. My new show is much calmer and more zen than your show. Wow. You guys are all fired up today. I have anxiety.
I bet you do. It's okay. We have plenty of anti-anxiety medication here in the building. We sure do. We'll message you some.
We are more anti-anxiety medication than show.
Definitely.
So Jeff, I'm also Jeff as well, and we saw you literally, speaking of flipping out, flip out on your show, which I always flip. I think it's a Jeff thing. So how would you describe yourself now? You seem very calm.
I have my moments, but I'm definitely, I'm a more mature man now and a little bit more evolved, and a lot of things have happened in my life, my personal life. I had a baby. I kind of restructured my business because I realized it was so completely crazy and stressful, and it was affecting my health. And so I think you're going to find it's a very different, I think this show, they're calling it more of a sequel than a reboot.
Oh, good.
In the second half of my life.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of sequels, I mean, if that's the case, because I've watched every single episode with my husband of Flipping Out. So I got to know, if you're doing this sequel, not reboot, have you, where do your relationships stand with you and Jenny? What about Zoila? Are we going to see them reappear in this new series?
Look, I mean, you said that you've watched every episode of Flipping Out. I've had a lot of friendships and relationships in my life, and some of these relationships I learn from, I repair, and then some are beyond repair. I mean, I will tell you that Zoila retired, and then she came out of retirement to help me a few days a week with Monroe. So Monroe is still very much in my life. You'll see a few people that are still work with me that you might recognize from Flipping Out. And then there's a lot of people that are no longer in my life. So you've got to understand too, as a part of restructuring my business and making it more efficient and more profitable, there were people that worked for me that had also other aspirations and other motivations. And I really need people around me that kind of are along this same, that still want the same goals and dreams that I want, which is, you want to be a designer? Do you want to be in construction? Do you want to be in real estate? Okay, this job is for you. But, after being on TV for 11 years, a lot of people came to me under the guise of wanting me to mentor that design business, but really they just wanted to be on TV. And I had to, and I found that out, unfortunately, many, many, many times, that people were there for the wrong reason.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. I can understand that.
Well, let's get to your new show, Hollywood House Lift. Now, what was the most lavish, expensive renovation that you undertook?
I think, and it kind of kept growing. So what happened was, some of the celebrities, we would agree, we would put together the scope of work, and a lot of them liked what we were doing, and then they would add to the project. So now I want to do this, or now I want to do this. I want to continue the landscaping in the backyard. So I think probably at this point, Anthony Anderson's job is the largest because I'm still working for him. So once we finished phase 1, we went to phase 2, phase 3. Now we're talking about phase 4. It's a big property. It's a lot of landscape, hardscape. We're looking at putting in a pool, a guest house. So that is still going on even after the show.
Wow. I just know that I need to look at my home in phases. I didn't know. That's when you made it.
Or you hire Jeff Lewis.
Yes, right.
If he's available. Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to break it up in phases, especially, if you're writing these large checks, sometimes you want to see something done, right? So if you're spending all this money, before you get them to commit spending more and more money, you kind of want to finish completely phase 1. See, look what we did. Look where your money's going. You're happy. You love what I did. Now let's talk about phase 2.
Smart.
I love it.
You guys have to watch Jeff's new show.
It's upselling.
There you go. Upselling. You got to watch Hollywood House Lift with Jeff Lewis, which is streaming June 10th on Amazon Freevee. Thanks so much for chatting with us, Jeff. We hope that we can have you back on. We'll be right back. Thanks, Jeff.
I like that look too. I'm gonna rock a vest.
I know. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah,
he
owns a casino.
He looks good.
The casino.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by.
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just one can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes, but relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration. and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is connecting the dots.
The budget.
Wow. Thanks, Corey.
I'm glad the audience heard her nerdiness.
Yeah. She's really like this off camera, too. My favorite president.
I'm so
talking about
sorry.
the budget during
Nerd
commercial
alert.
breaks.
You got comments.
I do. I apologize to everyone. Julia Gray, I love this, said the wonderful thing about this show is that the panel disagrees and are passionate about it so that both sides can be presented. It is not a one-sided show. I appreciate that. And Carolyn wants to say thanks, Sam, for showing your vulnerability on national TV. We love you even more.
Oh, well, I don't think I could prevent it if I tried. I cry at everything, but we all, I think everybody can relate that these are really difficult stories to cover.
I got a comment too. Al, you look fantastic and I love you.
Oh, thank you. Jeff Jeff looks fantastic and happy birthday.
Thanks. Those are great comments.
Right. Wow. If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online on YouTube on dailyblastlive.com or our app. And if you do get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. Todd and Julie Chrisley have been convicted of fraud. What could this mean for the reality show as they face some major jail time? Plus, getting your skin summer ready with lifestyle expert Kim Douglas, the essentials you need to stock up on.
It's my girl.
Of course, no one wants a bad burn like this because that looks like it hurts. So it's always important to lather up. We're answering questions and clearing up some sunscreen misconceptions. Let's verify. Our sources for these questions: Dr. Alyssa Daniel, a dermatologist with Novant Health, and Dr. Melissa Pilliang, a dermatologist with the Cleveland Clinic. The first question: if you have darker skin, do you need to wear sunscreen?
Darker complexions are more protected against skin cancer. So the frequency of getting skin cancers in the brown and black community is going to be far smaller than people who have fair skin.
Dr. Daniel says though skin cancer is less prevalent in people with more melanin, the sun can still cause aging and damage.
Even brown or black skin can get more aggressive sun damage the more that they're exposed. So I typically just say for everyone, for that simple fact, it is useful and helpful to, maintain that aspect of skincare.
So we can verify that yes, if you have darker skin, you should still wear sunscreen. The second question: can a bad childhood sunburn increase the risk for melanoma? Dr. Pilliang says one childhood sunburn can actually increase the risk for skin cancer.
Studies have shown that most of our sun exposure happens in childhood. We're outside running around playing, we're playing sports, we're outside a lot, and that's when we get a lot of our sun exposure. So it's really important to think about sunscreen and sun protection at a very young age.
So we can verify that yes, a bad childhood sunburn can actually increase your risk for melanoma. With your Verify, I'm Megan Brown.
Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. No.
Nope.
Just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. So Todd and Julie Chrisley, the self-made moguls of reality television, pulling in around 2 million viewers on every episode of their show, Chrisley Knows Best. Side note, they are the most watched original series on USA Network right now. But in case you aren't familiar with their show, here's a clip, and then we'll tell you why they're in the
We're
news.
determined to help Daddy get over his claustrophobia, so therefore we've come up with a plan to help him face his fears.
We're not going through the damn car wash.
It's so fun.
I don't give a I don't want to go through the car wash.
It's step 1 of immersion therapy. You'll be fine.
Oh my God, look at this, how dark it's getting. There should be a pee.
No, not that.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
No, Daddy, stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Stop this clip.
So here's the thing. For the last 3 weeks, the couple has been in court battling bank fraud and tax evasion charges. And yesterday, a jury found them guilty on all counts. Prosecutors say they swindled smaller banks out of nearly $30 million and then filed for bankruptcy to avoid paying more than $20 million in back taxes. The couple could face up to 30 years in prison. Wow. Tori, you're shaking your head.
These people are terrible, terrible people. I mean, they defrauded many, sorry, I know I say terrible funny, but they defrauded many banks, kept getting the money, and then tried to file for bankruptcy, all while pitching a show. You know, every network was like, yeah, we want you. You're so charismatic. That's because you're a con man. That's all you are, is a con man. So she even has more charges. She is obstruction of justice. I'm telling you guys, this is serious money. I'm thinking serious jail time. I'm saying like 5 years plus. I really believe this is bad. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to see jail time. We talked about this earlier already.
With you. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think they will.
Too many banks, too many times, too much money.
But my wife loves this show. Sorry,
a lot of people
she's going to get hate mail now.
No, a lot of people do.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves these kids. I, just watch it once in a while, just because I sit with her and watch the same thing. They're funny. They got like a little thing. But America loves these people. So to go down with a scandal, and I might say, with all the cancel culture going on, like if you said something 20 years ago, you don't get this show. Their kids are still in, process and talks of getting their own shows.
They're getting spin-offs.
So, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't think it's weird at all, Jeff.
You think they'll get canceled?
No. This is about money. They have 2 million people that will look at whatever they will do. If you have people that are looking at what you do, advertisers will line up. There will be no problems with this. When you have money,
the government will have a problem with it.
Teresa Giudice never got canceled. She went to jail. She came back. She had a
Martha
book
Stewart
deal.
doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How's Lori Loughlin doing? Did she come out of jail?
It's not $30 million of fraud and bankruptcy. This is different, guys.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, and I'm not. The thing Sam said that really hit me about this whole thing is like she said it was smaller banks, and I've lived in I lived in Jackson, Mississippi. I lived in Providence, Rhode Island. Those small towns, those small banks, like those people are like. They're small town folks. They hey Jeff, where are you? They know you. So to do that it's worse than if it's Chase or Wells Fargo.
And this happened before their fame.
Personal
this is a pattern of behavior of his. I don't know too much about her, but this is before when he was a real estate investor. So he's been doing this for a long time and getting away with it, pitching his show or his idea before it became a show to networks that he lives this very lavish lifestyle. He's very successful. Shame on him. I wonder if the networks, if it does get canceled, could then sue him because he presented himself as a fraud to them.
Sam, all you're doing is giving their comeback story. This
I don't
could
want
be
to give
a
them
pitch
their
in a
comeback
network
story. I don't.
office about the comeback story.
Apparently an intimate relationship with another man, which he has denied being gay at all. They said he had a long, intimate relationship for years. He's the one who turned him in.
Oh, wow. Many layers.
Yes.
Okay, so an Australian woman, this is an absolutely crazy story. An Australian woman who was in a coma for 5 months is revealing what it's like finally waking up, and she's posting her videos to TikTok.
Coma brain is a thing. I had post-traumatic amnesia for about 3 months after I woke up from my coma. I've got things like my passcode, my address, just simple things like that. But it all went away.
So this is what everyone's actually talking about, though, her fiance, because this is what happened. She revealed in a recent interview that her fiance of 5 months ghosted her. abandoned her while she was in a coma. After waking up, she discovered that he had blocked her on social media, left her for another woman. The two were together for 4 years, planned on getting married. Now, the woman fell headfirst off a retaining wall in Canada in 2020, and she was given a 10% chance of survival.
How long was she in that coma? Just
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
5 months.
Sam,
you don't wait 5
you know, and Sam, you've got a lot of tread in this area because obviously, rest in power to Eric.
Thank
like you dealt with this, and I know he was a super strong guy. My thoughts with this was, what advice would you give to somebody that you loved, that was loving somebody, about to marry somebody that was in a coma? Because yes, she woke up, and that's awesome, and we're all happy. But this is 5 months. Could this have been 15 months? Could this have been 15 years? Like, when do you walk away, or do you just stay by their bedside forever?
You stay by their bedside if you really, truly care about them and love them. You're about to give your vows in sickness and in health. You better, if you put a ring on someone's finger and propose to her, knowing that a handful of months later, you're going to say those very powerful vows in sickness and in health, and then you bail on her within 5 months. 5 months goes by like that. A pregnancy is 9 months, and it goes by like that.
Right.
I can't imagine, God rest his soul, if Eric woke up and people abandoned him. When he woke up, I was by his bedside, because back then you could only have one person at a time, and it was my turn. My sister was there as much as she could be. It was my turn. I had flown in, and I was by his bedside. I can't imagine if he woke up and no one was there. And then he found out that his love abandoned him. Like, what an awful human being this man is. I'm sorry. Wait till she wakes up. Try things. If she's not going to wake up, then
how do we know when she's?
You have doctors that will tell you if you're brain dead or not. We all know that happened with Bobby Brown. Remember the whole Bobby Christina situation?
Right, absolutely.
And that you know right away. Like, is there a chance that this person's gonna be in a coma forever? Yeah, technically, but they're brain dead. They're never gonna wake up. So it's up to that guardian to pull the plug. And I hate even using that word, but sorry, I'm going on a.
No, this is personal to you.
It's awful.
It's tough.
It's awful.
It's tough. But, you know, because if somebody did want to have kids, you know, something, and they were young and in love, and their person's in a coma, like, so do you give that dream? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, this is close to home, so I don't want to, like, push too hard the other direction. But if you're going to the hospital every day for 2 months, 3 months, and the doctor's like, listen, there's less than a 10% chance. You need to move on with your life. I understand what's happening here. What if that's the kind of advice that the doctors gave him? 10% isn't much.
No,
but we don't know the whole thing.
No, I know.
Right?
Believe
and it's
me.
like, listen, you need to move on with your life. That's a long time.
I don't
what
think
is
you
the
can
number?
move on.
Is
Trust me.
2 years okay to move on?
I think when you're in it and you're seeing your loved one lying there every day, trust me, I don't think you don't think anything about you. All you want to do is for them to wake up. Eric had 0% chance of survival. When you're in it, all you do is be present. All you do is wait.
Time doesn't even seem to
palliative care can be involved. That's
But Eric has a family, a wife. I think this is a totally different story, but I understand how it hits close to home.
I think for me, I guess 5 months to me, and my mom got sick right after they got married, and my dad stayed the whole time. 5 months seemed incredibly too quick to me.
Too quick
Way
to already
too
have
quick.
to
even
block
for a
her on
coma. Like, give it a
social media?
year so you see, and at some point maybe you do question and talk to a therapist and figure that out. But 5 months after a head injury is nothing.
Well, listen, I wouldn't do it. Everyone's like, you scumbag.
No, I think it's important to talk it through, but
That's fair.
yeah, in time. Okay, if you won the lottery, who would you tell? Would any of you here tell anybody? Or who wouldn't
I think you guys
tell?
would know. My behavior at the desk would be different. Wearing a V-neck T-shirt up here.
So what's up? Yeah. What's the next story?
What are you saying, Jeff? Go on.
According to a new survey, 83% of you would not tell your own family if you won the jackpot. And while that might sound crazy, previous winners seem to be in agreement. So take a look at some posts from past winners. Anonymous from Colorado says, I had family members whom I hadn't talked to in months or years reaching out asking for money. I became the inconsiderate money hoarding cousin. Or this one from Florida, the money became a bargaining tool within our marriage. It divided us. And this one from Cali, my dad won a good amount of money and eventually I started seeing less and less of him. Sometimes I think the money was just a catalyst to whatever behavior he already had. What would you guys do? Tori, let's go around the horn. Would you tell people?
I can't keep a secret to save my life. I 1000% would tell, but I do understand the meaning of trying to keep a secret. Remember, a guy came in a Scream mask because he didn't want anyone to know. Get this, Sam, 70% of lottery winners end up going broke, and a third of lottery winners declare bankruptcy. So there's evidence to prove you might want to keep it close to the chest.
Because you didn't earn that money.
Vest.
Right. Vest or chest?
Vest.
Oh, it is vest?
Yeah.
I thought it was chest.
too.
So it's vest. Okay.
I'm going to go opposite of Tori.
Right.
But,
what would you do?
I wouldn't tell. I definitely, if Tori gets a free burrito, the whole studio knows. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where would that line
I would
be?
not.
I'm curious.
So
Would
it'd be with
immediate family?
super tight family members, right? Not all my family, for sure.
Like mom and dad?
Even yeah, of course.
So you would tell immediate family?
Immediate family and great friends that helped me along the way, because I'd want to repay that favor, because a lot of people help me, you know? You don't get where you're at without some help.
People are gonna tell them. People are going to be like,
but it's okay if they got, but I wouldn't.
Do you know Jeff Schroeder?
I wouldn't make it like everybody, because I already know people who would start calling.
Yeah.
You know what I
Would
mean?
you say you won the lottery or you came into some money? I feel like lottery people just think you're like mega rich and you have money to give. Maybe I would just tell immediate family I came into some.
That sounds so sketchy.
So you would tell? You tell?
I would,
you let it go?
I'm the same as you. I would tell my immediate family.
Sam, stop it. You are the most honest person I've ever met. You would say it before we started the show. You're like, I have to tell you guys.
No.
And it wouldn't be bragging. Like, you do not hold, you don't lie ever. If somebody asked you, you would say no?
I would absolutely say no.
You looked away, like our body language.
I wouldn't bring it up.
You can't lie. Sam cannot lie.
I cannot lie, but I would not bring it up. Can I not bring it up?
When you come into millions of dollars, it's going to come up, Sam. Like, I don't know if you know, everybody out here, we're out here
I don't
swimming.
want people knocking on my door or robbing us. No, I would not say anything.
It's going to be worse than people are going to send their kids and be like, hey, you know, I really want to go to this camp this summer. You know, your niece can't go. Like, they're going to send, that's why they send kids. They, like, get people to give them money. You're going to have aunts and uncles being like, hey, your nephew, he sure needs a car. He's 16. It'd be nice. We can't do it.
What would you do?
I don't know. I think you can just call Verizon, change that number.
Oh, wow.
Give me a reason to shut down my socials, like, please. I would be
off the grid.
Off in the wilderness like I was training in Rocky IV. Like, y'all never see me again.
Sam would be like that scene from Goodfellas when he's like, return that car. I told you don't get that car. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Exactly.
You're going to get everybody pinched.
Coming up on DBL, we love her lifestyle and beauty expert, Kim Dern.
Yes,
There she is. She joins us live with all the essentials you need for your skin this summer.
Closed captioning provided by
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. We're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get. If we're going to be real, let's be real. Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day.
Take it off. Bring it back. It's the best.
Because he says, don't spend the money.
Yeah, he's like, and then everyone
And
comes
everyone
in and
goes
he's
crazy.
like, what? It's in my wife's name.
Did you hear that?
The fur coat broke it. Like the fur coat.
Because it was after the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that, a fur? Are we on?
I also like the line in Goodfellas.
Are we on? Oh, we're talking about Goodfellas, the scene where they robbed the airport money, and then he's like, nobody buy anything, and then they have the party, and everybody bought something.
Like a car, a coat.
I bought a car. It's in my wife's name. Bring it back. And then the fur coat.
Get out of here. Take it back.
You know the line where he goes, I got my brother stirring spaghetti sauce and watching helicopters all day long.
That wasn't the best line.
That was one of the best lines.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. And the accent was weird,
It was
too.
a weird ending to that movie, you know, but it's...
Go right into it.
I don't know.
looking at the helicopters and
Yeah,
stuff?
well, I mean...
Because that's what happened.
Yeah, he lost his mind and he got paranoid because of the... It was interesting that the
of the
whole
drugs.
through line of, like, you know, don't do drugs, and he did, and it, like, that
I love
was
how he
it.
shot it like the camera work was like he was on cocaine.
Looking out the window to
We studied Scorsese in my movie class, and each year a famous film professor at Michigan does one director, and I got Martin Scorsese. I was like so excited, and we had to see all of them, Color of Money, like all the way back, and we got to learn about the shots, the horizontal shots, the vertical shots, and that movie is near perfect. It is near perfect.
It's all specific and
It's Goodfellas. It makes you feel like when they go through the back door and you walk through, you feel like you are giving tips to
when they
guys.
bring the table
and the table
for him
comes
and you're following the guy.
flutters.
That's such a cool scene in just a one shot.
How about when they're introducing all the characters and like, this is Johnny two times?
Yes.
Like, the
Yes.
papers.
You're honored. How you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's
like,
really cool.
it
It's
is.
one shot.
Or like Karen with the gun right here in the camera's lens.
How about Ray Liotta when he's like on the stand?
They're still talking.
She's our favorite, your favorite, and Hollywood's favorite beauty expert. Kim Douglas is here to talk all about summer essentials.
Yeah. Hi, you guys.
Hi, Kim.
I love you so much. You know, I'm obsessed with the four of you. Tori, I would say you don't call, you don't write, you don't speak, but we just talked a couple days ago.
We did.
You know, Al, I'm obsessed with you. Jeff, I follow you and Sam, and you're both families. I think you're all amazing. And there's kind of a stalking issue, but it's all good.
It's not an issue if we want to be stalked.
I like all your photos, Kim, because you shamed me last time because I don't get on social media a lot. And when I do, like Kim Douglas.
You should like it. Kim, every time you're here, we get so many questions from our viewers.
We do.
Today we're going to have you answer some of those questions. All right, so we first have Amber, Kim. She writes in and says, hey, I'm someone who is not that comfortable showing a ton of skin, but summer's coming up and wearing a turtleneck, she's apparently from New York, Kim, gets hot and itchy. I don't know how to switch it up. So what do you do in that case?
Completely changed her question.
Yeah, and put a weird accent on it.
I'm sorry. Amber, my apologies. Continue.
All right, great question, Tori. So let me tell you, you know, you guys and myself, we're all about body positivity, right? All shapes, all sizes. We love our bodies and we live in them and we're grateful for them. However, you know, I also think that there is an issue with if you're not feeling quite as confident about a certain area of your body, there's no reason that you shouldn't try to find some solutions. So the neck really is a real issue for many women. And you know what we all have, you guys? Forgive me, I have to take this call. No, just kidding. But we all have this tech neck, right? We're like down here, we're always on our phone, and you get those bands. So in order to get rid of those, here is one of my biggest tips. I tried everything, and you know, short of literally getting a neck lift, I was trying everything. And this is one of my favorite products. It's by a company called Woman-S that you know I love. It's by women for women. And look at this, you guys. What it is it's called, and Jeff and Al, this is directed right to you too. Let's Neck. And what it is, sorry, I hope I don't get canceled for that. But anyway, you put this on, you guys, and you roll it up. Tori and Sam,
yeah, I do need that.
what you do is it has a little silver applicator, and this helps with lymphatic drainage. So you want to push up. Also, I do it like this, you guys, just as a secret. I want to have Angelina Jolie jawline and then move it all down. Anyway, it's great. It tightens, it firms, it's affordable, under 25 bucks at Ulta. I love it, and you will too. And I hope
all my pictures, I do this, and all my pictures, because I definitely have that saggy neck. No, I do. So if I use that, I don't have to do this anymore.
But now you're talking weird. So we got to get to this because this next question is from Kathy. She goes by Grandma Kathy. She says, Kim, I'm a new grandmother. I'm taking my grandson to the beach. What is the appropriate look when you're talking about bathing suits? Because I feel like there's granny swag. You don't have to look like 100% granny. You could be like a hot granny. What's up?
Exactly. You know what, Elle? I have seen some of your pictures on Instagram in your bathing suit, and they are pretty darn hot. I mean,
you know I do.
I don't know if I've seen. But let me tell you, this is the honest to God truth. There is a huge campaign right now called Coastal Grandma. Have any of you guys seen that yet?
Yes, that Diane Keaton, Nancy Myers look, like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Diane Keaton wears gloves and stuff.
No, when she's in a Nancy Myers movie.
Got it.
She wears gloves. That's so funny. Yeah, that's all very cool and in, even for 20-year-olds like you guys. So anyway, the thing is that, you know, again, we want to talk about body positivity, but cellulite is a real issue. And while we all have it and we should embrace it, sometimes if you're wearing a bathing suit, you're with your grandson, for our coastal grandmother that wrote in, you know, you may not feel as comfortable. So there's a couple of things. I have a great DIY. You get coffee grinds from your morning coffee. I have my coffee right here. And then you go in the shower and you rub it on your hips and your thighs and your buttocks, and it helps to stimulate blood flow, but it gets a little messy in the shower. So I did some research and I found out this great thing called Leg Tone, and it's by Adonia, and all the Dancing with the Stars people wear it. It's all natural. It's got 12 natural oils in it. And you know me, you guys, you all four know what I've been through. So I don't like any chemicals. And this helps reduce the appearance of cellulite in 9 minutes. And it's all natural.
So quickly, Kim, before we go, because summertime's coming up, we got to talk about bug bites. Teresa says, I've been getting a ton of bug bites and I hate putting chemicals on my skin.
The DEET.
Exactly what you were talking about. Even for my kids, do you have any suggestions for Teresa?
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you know how much I adore you, and I do. Listen, I wrote the book on bug bites. You know, there was this time in Easter, and I never met a costume I didn't like. Look at this. I put on an entire dress made out of keeps, you guys. The belt was those wedding almonds, and I ran around all day on the set of a Hallmark show that I was doing, wearing my peep dress. By the end of it, you guys, it had all melted. Every bee, every mosquito, every fly, every bug was chasing me. I was covered in bug bites. So here's my DIY. You get a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, equal parts, mix it together, make a paste. You guys, I had bites. I didn't even know you could get bites in those places.
Oh.
Ooh, all right.
Hey now.
That's good to know. We'll save that for next time, Kim.
Kim, we wish that we could have you on here every day. Thank you so much. And to our viewers out there, if you aren't already, you have to follow Kim on Instagram and Facebook. And also, Womanist Pro Aging products are at Ulta now. I'm going to get that neck thing. Yeah. Thanks again, Kim.
Me too.
Yes. We miss you. Yes. We'll be right back.
I love you guys.
Love you, Kim.
Bye, Kim.
Love you, Kim.
Bye, guys.
I want that.
On May 24th, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. On June 2nd, President Biden gave a speech calling for more restrictions on gun ownership. In it, he made this claim about the victims of gun violence.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
Let's verify those statistics. Since 2000, have there been more gun deaths among American children than police and military in the line of duty? Our sources, the CDC, the Department of Defense, and the Officer Down Memorial page. The CDC keeps data on fatal injuries, including the number and age of people killed by guns. According to that data, from 2000 to 2020, nearly 32,000 children under the age of 18 were killed by firearms in America. More than half are homicides, several thousand suicides, and some accidents. This does not yet include deaths from 2021 or 22. For the number of active duty military killed since 2000, we can go to the DoD. Their information says just over 7,000 soldiers and civilian employees have died in America's various post-9/11 military operations. It does not specify cause of death. And for police, the Officer Down Memorial page tracks every line of duty death. They say just over 1,200 law enforcement officers have been killed by guns since 2000. Add that to the just over 7,000 active duty military who died, a number that is not exclusively gun related, and you have about 8,000 deaths. The number of children killed by guns in that time frame, just under 32,000. So we can verify, yes, since 2000, there have been more gun deaths among American children than the combined gun deaths among police and military in the line of duty. In fact, it's nearly 4 times as many. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. Summer is just around the corner, and many of us will be enjoying some fun in the sun. But it's important to protect yourself from the harmful UV rays. Here's a great way to enjoy life outside with Sunsetter. Along with applying sunscreen, of course, wear protective clothing when possible, such as long-sleeve shirts, pants, hats, and sunglasses. Finding some shade is also a great way to keep you and your family protected and more comfortable. With affordable custom features, without the custom price, Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. Call 1-800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Parents will do whatever it takes to make sure their children don't have empty bellies. That's why this nationwide formula shortage is fueling desperate measures to find even just 1 can of the precious commodity. Amplifying the stress is both the mom guilt and mom shaming, stemming from a social media culture that is too quick to criticize. One of the most common questions raised amid the shortage, why not just breastfeed? Let's verify. Is it even possible to reestablish breastfeeding after stopping? The answer, yes, but relactation, as it's called, is much easier said than done. Our sources are the La Leche League, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and certified lactation consultant Beth Sanders.
It is possible. It is also difficult. And the longer it has been since a parent breastfed or made milk, the more difficult it is. And this is why I'm really encouraging families right now that if you're currently lactating, continue to do so to the point that you're able.
As breastfeeding slows or stops, the body signals the brain to produce less milk, eventually drying up the supply. Sanders said that's why relactation is most successful if done within a few weeks of stopping. The process takes a big commitment for sometimes minimal payout. To re-stimulate milk production, La Leche League recommends the mom hand express or pump at least 8 to 12 times a day, including at night, for 20 to 30 minutes. If baby will latch, put him or her to the breast before and after each feeding, and consult a certified lactation consultant who can develop a plan and offer support.
Good nutrition and hydration definitely helps. So just lots and lots of healthy calories going in, lots of hydration and rest. I think one thing that we tend to do in our culture is minimize the importance of rest.
Set realistic expectations. Even if it works, it doesn't always produce enough breast milk for the baby's needs. So the mother might still need to supplement with formula or pasteurized donor milk. That said, Sanders does not recommend mixing breast milk with formula powder because it can make the nutrient concentration unsafe or lead to waste, so offer them separately. In conclusion, yes, we verified relactation is possible in a short window of time, but can be difficult and often requires help from a certified lactation consultant. And relactation is not the big picture solution to the formula shortage. Lactation experts acknowledge if a woman has stopped breastfeeding, there's a reason. For example, a milk allergy, a medical condition, or lack of pumping breaks at work. So in certain circumstances, relactation might not be ideal, and there's no shame in that. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Expect to pay more for summer camp this year. Let's connect the dots. According to the American Camp Association, the average cost of day camp has more than doubled from $76 last year to $178 this year. And sleepaway camp has tripled up to $449 a day. A lot of this can be blamed on inflation. The president of the American Camp Association told Yahoo Finance News everything from labor costs, food, supplies, and COVID safety precautions are costing more for summer camps. In 2020, only about 20% were in operation thanks to the pandemic. Last summer, about 2/3 of camps were open. While more are expected to be open this year, it could still be tough to find a camp that fits your budget. And that is connecting the dots.
Welcome back. Tori, you got comments?
I sure do. And Kat says, look, I don't buy lotto tickets. It's about, obviously, the lottery. I like to stay on the right side of statistics, and you're statistically more likely to be rich if you don't do the lottery. Okay.
Why is Al falling asleep?
I don't know. I was a good, okay, Jeff is too. We lost them both.
Jeez.
Wake up.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's over?
Bye-bye.
Tori's lotto story?
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
This June, DBL is holding nothing back. I've already spent my time, my resources, and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy.
Whew. All right. No, we're holding you as accountable adults.
It needs to be changed.
We're in a fight already.
I'm all in with an E now.
You are?
Absolutely not. No.
First girlfriend in Hollywood.
What?
Yes, baby.
I'm looking at a cutie, okay?
I love what you're doing. I just want to thank you.
Honestly, that's why we watch.
Right, yep.
DBL is all new every day.